just for fun. Just for fun. See, look, there's already 2 people here. We are going live early, so we're going to talk about anything, but we will start the show at noon. But we all just happen to be here. Right, Kristen?
That's right.
With your egg dress on, and Ingrid's here, Christopher's here. We're just sitting here, so I'm not going to wait around to start the show. This is pre-show. This is
pre-show chit-chat?
This is pre-game chit-chat. We can talk about anything we want. You guys can ask anything you want. How about that? Is that a good idea?
Sure.
Like I'm right now, and at the same time, I'm on the phone with the chief designer, Evan Archer, the man.
Hi, Evan.
And he's filling me in on some things. But how's that toe? If anyone wants to know about Evan chasing and saving a bunny, he ripped his big toenail off.
And then he showed pictures of it.
Off. On his face. Off.
Is it going to grow back?
Anyone know that movie, Face Off?
I hope so. They told me I did damage to the nail bed, and I won't see any growth back for about 8 weeks.
Can we step on your toe when you're walking around? Be like, oh, gotcha. All right, yeah. So guys, we are early. We're all here, and I'm bored, and I figure we would just go live.
Yeah, you don't have enough to do,
especially that everyone's like, no, don't go live until noon. So now you actually made me. So again, if you guys have any questions about anything, and we're gonna talk about anything, but we will start the show at noon.
What is your net worth?
Who's asking that?
Cloud gangster.
That is actually a question.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea. Cloud gangster. $1.
Alex Jimenez, happy birthday.
You want to buy the business? Huh?
Alex Jimenez's birthday is today. Happy
birthday. Happy birthday, Alex. Yeah, you're going to have to start paying attention to the comments. So, all
I
right,
always
Evan,
do,
let me.
Don't I?
Yeah, you're not really bored. You're working.
Oh, here we go. Oh, is this the cupola? So here's Evan. If you guys can see it. Can you see that? That's a badass cupola. So we got a Gothic coop in production. Now, this is the next Gothic coop. If you want. Yeah, let's show some people behind the scenes. What goes on? Oh, look at that, maybe. Zooming in. It is working.
Oh, that looks nice, Evan.
Oh, Evan, that is killer. You got to make it that complicated. That's a...
I like that. Match the style.
What's that called? A 4-gable roof? Cross gable. Wow. All right. Well, okay, now let me actually look at it. No, that looks killer. Good job. What a pain in the butt that's going to be. The Gothic coop. We got 2 of them back to back coming up. I love the guys out there. They haven't really seen real custom coops yet. So they're like, oh my gosh. They're like, look at all this stuff in the paint booth. I'm like, you guys have no idea. All right, let me get focused on everyone here. And so thank you. See you. Bye. Yeah, bye.
Sparky Prep says Gothic coop. Does it hate its parents?
Oh, I forgot my headphones.
Okay. Here we go. Check. Nan, are you there? I think Nan is there, but she's been on the phone all morning. Been a busy day today. Did you, Kristen Warren, see the new shirts?
No, I didn't.
Can I have someone bring...
I didn't see them either.
Can I have someone bring me in? I'm assuming you're a small. And Ingrid, I'm assuming you're a small.
If we have new T-shirts, don't you want them on the website?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Folks here that work here, please tell Ingrid the first thing I said. Well, maybe the second thing I said. There's a lot. We filmed it. I got it on video. Don't we, videos?
What? The green shirt?
Is that his name?
I was like, yes, that's what they call him. I don't like it either.
They've been calling me Avatar.
Avatar? What does that mean?
Like the Avatar.
So guys, blue? We are early. It is not noon. We know it's not noon. We were just going to kind of just go live for the hell of it. This is a good warm-up pregame. If you guys have any questions about anything, we're allowed to talk about anything we want.
Where's my mouse?
Today is potentially the last episode of the season, which means Matt's going on a hiatus, but it sounds like I'm going out to California now. Thanks. It's been a while since I've been to California, but I'm going to try to...
Yeah, you should go fishing with Fishing Matt Ryan.
Oh, I'm going to be in his neck of the woods.
Fishing Matt Ryan.
All right, Nan, go ahead and book it. I didn't even think about that. Thank you, Ingrid.
You're welcome.
I'm always
thinking of your well-being.
Yes,
Wait,
you are.
Aren't you going to Nashville Monday?
No, all that got changed.
Oh.
Yeah, apparently that changed.
They're coming here.
What?
Once I thought a hamburger was eating me. Yes? Oh, there's Mackenzie.
You're not going to be able to see him.
I know, that's the funny part. So go ahead and check out our new shop shirts. I was going to wear one today just to be a smart ass, but...
Oh, it's a shop shirt.
You might just see
like
the
oh, I
logo.
love this
You
green.
might just see the logo.
It does look like a
my
green
God.
screen green.
So here's
Thank
the new
you.
shop shirt.
So if they're in the studio, they're like They can be
Wait,
camouflaged.
Matt, put it over. Yeah.
Like a chameleon.
We could do like a floating head bit.
Oh my god.
I was actually gonna do that.
Oh my god.
Who
This is hysterical.
are you?
That's
Huh?
funny.
Also, do you guys keep up on it? I
Nobody-
said so many things. Once I said it wrong. Once I had a dream a hamburger was eating me. Does anyone know that reference? Who's the fans around here? And then, who are you? Anyone? Thank
I
you,
know.
Mackenzie. Okay. No, you can't leave. I need my weekly chicken crazy show. So I appreciate that. And again, happy birthday. We need to make it. Ingrid or Christopher or someone, whoever has, if you don't have time, fine. What my dream has been when we do take a hiatus, because we have to take a break. I have to travel. There's stuff I got to do. And I'll still go live, obviously, when I'm traveling. We need to do like some videos edited the best of. Maybe the bloopers. Maybe all the times Ingrid's yelling at me. Just nothing
Oh,
but.
that's going to be a long show.
So what do you guys think? So this is the new shirt. Yes, I said, guys,
I
make.
actually really like that.
Yeah, this is literally your favorite green, is it not?
It's. I mean, I like so many greens. That is one of my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's called key lime pie, but maybe someone in the office can verify. Now, also, we got long sleeve green shirts.
Really?
Nothing on the sleeve, though. I don't know why, but whatever. They got it done. That's what makes me happy. They're getting it done. They didn't need me. Even though they said I picked out this color. I don't recall it whatsoever. So
I
this
like
is
that.
Oh, this is for Ingrid. Ingrid, you ready?
It's like a t-shirt cannon.
Yes,
Thank you.
we got to get a t-shirt can. So, guys, if you are here, yes, we are early. We know we're here early. This is pregame. I was bored. Apparently, I had a lot of sugar. We had a great meeting this morning. I can't wait to talk about in today's show. Big so, yes,
stuff?
I'm not going to fill in everyone with the details because that's, I guess, a
I
business
have to
no-no.
say that big stuff happens every week now.
Yeah, this was big. We had a great meeting, and with Danny and Nicole was part of it. And I love when they get to learn and see business firsthand. They manage it firsthand. They're helping make it grow. And at the end of the day, it's all about making things better for our customers. And this is huge, 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 huge. Kel Wheatley. So is it Wheatley or Allie? Kelly, give me a name. You got to stick to it. Kelly has been voted in as our new PR person, I believe. So she's the one to go make us look good or something like that. I forget how that's going to work.
Is she censoring you?
Oh my God, she gets so mad at me. Like, so for example, driving into work today, I took a different way, just got to change it up. And I went by the school down the road that we donated a chicken coop to, and they finally got chickens.
Good.
So I was like, Kelly, can you please reach out to them? Because I'm sure it's going to be it'll be weird if I just walk up to the kids, be like, hey, what do you think of your coop? I'll probably get arrested. But I thought it'd be good to go down there and do a video, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, these kids got chickens. They got one of our chicken coops. So that'd be pretty cool.
I saw they put
It's
up a
blurred
little
out,
greenhouse.
matching the background of your wall. Yeah, so I definitely know that. Also in today's show that we are going to start at noon, I am going to be going over, we have to go over these comments from YouTube. Especially, did you see the one this morning?
I did not.
Mm-hmm. Christopher?
I'm
Maybe.
not.
Which
I'm
one?
not monitoring them
I know.
anymore.
Okay,
Which
but
one?
Yeah, which one? The one where, well, we'll talk about it when the show comes up. So, and
All
then,
right. Well, let me get that ready.
okay, yeah, get that. I think it actually is already ready. So you
I'm
got
stretching.
eggs. Is this a dress you had made just for you that you got
No.
eggs on your dress? And you were asking us
No.
if this is an appropriate dress for a wedding.
Yeah.
I don't see why not, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you are the mother of the bride.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, is there rules for when you're the mother of the bride?
I think you're supposed to wear something that won't upstage anybody. You're supposed to be demure.
You guys and your fancy words. You know what? I want an app that is always listening to everyone. That's right. They're already doing that. And every time there's a big word, it immediately defines it for me. Like it just knows.
But there's such a thing as context clues.
What's that?
That means that within the context. Yeah. Thank you. Within the context of what she's saying, you can figure out what the word
You could
means.
probably guess.
That's called assuming.
No, it's not. It's context.
No, it
clues.
absolutely is assuming, and that will get
It's
that gets
actually
us
a
in.
learning concept.
Yeah.
We don't have time to learn. Okay, yes, we are always learning. We don't have time to assume anymore. We have had dire mistakes happen. Is that correct? Dire? Is that good? That was a good word. By assuming, so we no longer assume. So guys, if you're just joining us, yes, we are early. 5 minutes until we can start the show.
This is just chicken chat.
No, this is anything chat. I hope someone has something. Ask us anything you want. It doesn't have to be chicken related. And I'd wear white to the wedding.
Well, we have a pigeon that's wearing white. The pigeon is wearing a costume cut from the wedding dress. Because the wedding dress was too long.
I think I need to be there now.
Yeah, so they trimmed off the bottom of the wedding dress.
That's brilliant.
And Elise is making the white pigeon.
I hope.
And then
you
there
guys...
will be a pigeon release. We're calling it a dove, but it's pretty much the same thing.
Are you going to
And
release
the dove
her?
has
But she'll come back.
It'll be in the building, and the pigeon is.
What could go wrong here?
Well, we tried it at the bridal shower, and the pigeon landed on top of the cake.
Yeah, that was great. I saw those pictures. That was fantastic.
Who's getting married? Is your daughter getting married?
Yeah, she's getting married.
Wow. That's big.
You
Yeah.
released a bird, and it landed in the cake.
Yeah.
On top of the cake, yeah.
On top of it.
Of course it did.
So it's pretty much every release so far has failed miserably, so it should be entertaining.
Exactly. What could go wrong? So we got 4 minutes until we play the promo and officially start Video Chicken. Hopefully everything sounds good. Hopefully it'll look clear. I believe we're still streaming in 4K. I see some glitching going on. I think it's our monitor. So hopefully you guys aren't seeing that. Doesn't that look like it's our monitor? Because it's going through.
Yeah.
The
Looks
Yeah,
like a
then I
lightning
think-
storm.
I think that's your monitor.
Yeah, it
might
might be
be
due for a new one.
Well, it might just be the connection's
It's-
not great.
Yeah, it's all over the screen.
Yeah, we've
At
never.
least I see that too now.
Yeah, we've never. Never had that happen. So how was the ball game? Great question.
A home team won.
When do we get when do we get to see the video, Christopher, of the
His name's
dash
Avatar.
coop? So here's what I can tell you. So one of our employees, Michael Mortising Walters, from Customs, threw out the first pitch, and
Nice.
we got stuck in traffic. So we're literally, there's like probably 8 of us coming around the ballpark, stuck in traffic again, waiting to get into the parking lot. And of course, we hear the loudspeaker saying, Mike Walters throwing out the first pitch from Carolina Coops. We're yelling out the window, you gotta be kidding me. So we're like, go, Mike, whatever. And we missed it. But I did see a video of Christopher taking the video. So smart. Christopher knew to just get down there with Mike, filmed it right behind him. And Mike was in a chicken suit.
I loved it.
You know what happened?
Please.
I got there. Me and my wife, we were the first people in the box.
Excellent.
We didn't have tickets. We just talked to people, and they were. When you have a camera, you get to go places.
Oh, that's the secret.
Whoa, that's a hot tip right
But
there.
I called the contact I have. I was like, hey, I want to film this first pitch. I think it'd be really cool. She's like, yeah, it's starting in 5 minutes. So you have to be here. I was like, okay. So
Nice. Well, I can't wait. So I think this is going to be Christopher's long format video. I don't know how many long format videos he's done. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But what we did better at, I hope, is capturing this coop process from beginning all the way to the fireworks show. Sponsored by Carolina Coops. That was pretty cool. And my favorite part, I tell you, I saw Evan sitting in the corner, and I saw him taking it in. And that's when I realized how it's just one of those moments, it's like, wow, this is what it's been all about. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that meant so much to me. And then I love that we had a huge turnout for all the staff, and everyone had a great time. And the other thing, too, I can't say it enough, the Winston-Salem Dash organization, I hope maybe one of them are listening, and they can hashtag Carolina Coops about talking about their coop. But anyways, what a great group of people.
They are.
They were up there in the suite with us, asking how things are going. Do we need anything? And then, of course, took us down to the ball field to see the fireworks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would never think that you would have such a great group of people at a ballpark for a minor league team. I just thought that was awesome. Ingrid's getting ready.
And
We
they
are about to
have,
start.
They have feeding time. They have signs posted. At the zoo, you have feeding time at the zoo.
I didn't go to the coop once.
Yeah,
the
they
whole night.
have signs posted, feeding time at the coop.
Oh, here she comes. It's time for video check-in. Don't hit the lights. What is wrong with you? To my left, co-host, chickenista, chicken expert, Kristen. Today is going to be an awesome show. Look at Goosebumps.
Coyotes are everywhere.
What's going on, Kristen?
Oh, I was just getting my chicken poop necklace on.
Can I get some... someone's already pooped. Ingrid's
Conversions.
like doing her job. Ask and you may receive. Ingrid is on it.
Don't blame it on me.
Oxygen is the solution to foul odors.
I just felt it on my back. It's warm and oh, God.
I knew I was going to have serious problems that, the coop remained that much better than the house forever. The coop is beautiful, by the way. I'm not trying to plug your products by any means.
Please do.
Lipstick, give me a makeup kit. You know, I'll be nice and pretty for the crows.
Oh, so let's pull out another chicken. This is like a magic trick. Up to 1 o'clock already. Oh my God. We have a new Ingrid.
Memo. I missed the memo.
Know a lot of people who do raise rabbits alongside their chickens.
Why would you wait till the last minute to pull out your homework?
Have we met before?
Yeah, that's a good one with the cords and everything.
This falls right off, and he regrows a new one the following spring.
Calm down, Matt. Calm down.
Why?
This is a really interesting show.
Oh, it's, see?
Yeah.
My fault. I love it. Cindy, you just earned yourself a shirt. I love that.
Yes, Matt, you are right.
I had no idea what to expect when we opened up that box. And this is why we love what we do.
That's my goal, is to really bring people together through chickens.
The power of chickens. You are not authorized to ring the golden bell. All right, what's going on, guys? Yes, now we are going to start. Welcome to Video Chicken Live. My name is Matt. This is Kristen. Ingrid's behind the computer. Make sure everything looks good. Christopher's walking in now, making sure everything sounds good and keep us entertained, I hope. Yeah, so we did a pregame. What the hell? We did a 15-minute.
We were ready early.
We were.
What do you know?
What's up with that?
I know.
That's not normal.
No.
Well, it is for me, but
We're usually running around like crazy.
It is for me.
Yes, that is true. Ingrid is always the one, ready to go. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday. It is noon Eastern. We are live. And what is today's show about? Is there one?
It's question and answer.
Okay, good. My favorite show is
It's
Q&A.
also Norwegian Independence Day or Norwegian Constitution Day. So for my Norwegian friends, happy Constitution Day. Woohoo.
Okay, yes. I'm going to screw it all up, I'm sure. And
Look at this. Ben says, was Kristen trying to give Francine the bell?
Because Francine said it was a beautiful dress you have.
Francine!
Ingrid
at carolinacoops.com for a free t-shirt, not only for that.
Now, why can she say it? And if I say Ingrid.
Actually, no.
Oh, no, you did say Ingrid at Carolina Coops.
Not only for that
Ingrid.com.
beautiful comment, but she is hosting a potential customer at her chicken coop.
Oh, wow.
Isn't that nice?
That is awesome.
We should give Francine something.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go.
Well, congratulations, Francine. Congratulations on the quickest golden bell.
Yes.
That's why you pulled it away from me, because you were ready for that one.
Yes, I did want to do that. And the dress does have tiny eggs on it all over.
Yes. So, and you found that at a thrift store?
I did.
How do you guys find these things?
Yeah, and it fit
Mackenzie
fit
does the same
perfectly.
thing. She found some stuff. I'm like, dang.
Yeah.
I go to the thrift store. I'm like, this sucks. I'm out of here. So I hope you guys are all doing well. We are live doing Q&A today, potentially the last show for the season. And I think time is up for me. I got to go do a bunch of stuff. And I was telling Ingrid in pregame that it would be awesome if we can somehow figure out to do the best of Video Chicken for the past
that would be
3 years and then play a couple of those live, even though it's a recorded show. That'd be kind of cool, right?
That would be.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we gonna do when the season's over? Just no show.
That's what I mean. That's what.
Oh, like the best of every week?
I don't know. Best of, maybe the best questions. I think there's, I don't know. There's a lot of things we could probably do. Maybe just replay some of the best shows.
Yeah.
It's a live show, so I don't know how to.
Yeah, we can replay.
You know what I'm saying? We've tried to do this before, where this is the platform we use is for a live stream, and now we're going to show something that's not live. I don't know how that works.
Amber's asking, when will the next season air? Great question. I don't even know where I'm going to be this afternoon. We'll
let you know.
Yeah, we'll let you know. If I was to guess, it won't be long. As much as I love when you guys say I need my Video Chicken Live fix, this is actually my fix. This is one of my peaceful moments throughout my work week. And this is why I love doing this show.
I'm going to bring in a question.
All right, let's go ahead and get started.
It's nice to sit back and reflect and have some fun.
Yes.
At the same time.
Yep, I totally agree. Question. Great point. Again, if you have a question, today's Q&A, type question in front of your question. That helps us see it so we don't miss it in all the comments. And speaking of comments, if you don't have any questions, just give us a wave. Let us know where you're watching from. Hit that thumbs up button and share the show somehow. All right, question. What do I need to do to transition my chicks to the coop?
That's a good question.
Yeah, this is it's that time of year.
I know. I'm dealing with this too right now.
And this is something we should do a video on. And, Kristen, I think you should answer this, please.
Well, if the chicks are fully feathered, they can go into the coop, or maybe you've already put them in the coop and now they need to be trained to use the coop properly. They usually will find the roost bars themselves because it's very natural for them. As you know, chicks sleep in a what I call the chick pile. It's very, very cute, but at some point they do naturally want to roost. So when you transition them to the coop, just make sure that they have good habits. You block off the nesting box.
Okay, all right, hold on. Let me help out here.
Yeah.
So you said when they're fully feathered, right?
Yeah, there's different ways to do it, but most people keep them in a brooder until they're fully feathered.
Okay. So it's time to take them out of the brooder, put them into the chick coop. What is telling us it's time to take these chickens from the brooder to the chicken coop?
Well, some people want to rush it for obvious reasons, but yeah, when they're fully feathered.
We don't know obvious reasons. Tell us. What's the obvious reasons?
Oh, they can be messy, very dusty.
Smelly.
Yeah, smelly. The bedding has to be changed out more frequently.
Potentially on the verge of creating a divorce.
Yeah, they could be flying out of the brooder if it's not covered.
Okay, so let's say, they're fully feathered. Matt and
crowded.
Kristen always say, they're fully feathered because that helps them control their body temperature.
Right.
That means it's time for them to go out into the chicken coop. Is there a best time of day or night to put them into the chicken coop?
Well, I would do it at night. They're always easier to move at night, whether that's the young ones or the older ones.
Okay, so we're picking them up, we're putting them in a box and then carrying them out. We're taking them out to the chicken coop. We're opening up the chicken coop, which we're going to refer to as the hen house because your coop might be different. And we're going to literally grab them and put them on the roost bar, just dump them all in. What are we doing?
If they're still sleeping in a pile, I would just put them on the floor of the hen house in a pile. Because they do that to keep warm.
So I so disagree. That's interesting.
It depends on how old they are. If they're already roosting in the brooder,
then
they can roost.
6 weeks. We got 6-week-old baby chicks, fully feathered. They're not bantams because this will not work. Nothing works with bantams. Just so, again, get that disclaimer out there. If you got bantams, good luck.
I think you mean silkies because other bantams.
Oh, silkies. You're right. Silkies.
Other bantams are just perfectly fine.
Yeah, you're fine. You're right. Silkies. Sorry. Okay, so are you going to put them on, you're going to dump them right on the floor of the hen house?
I would, because they're going to find the roost bars.
See, I would think, and what I would tell people is put them on the roost bar.
If they're sleeping in the chick pile, that they're doing it to keep warm. So maybe they're not quite ready, but they'll be ready very soon.
So confused. This was to help answer questions.
I know. Isn't it nice when we debate, though?
Well, I don't think it's a debate. I would put them right on the roost bar because we've already established that they are
if
able,
they're old enough,
that they don't have to stay warm.
What do you think, Ingrid?
Oh,
Ingrid, are you paying attention?
I was told that you should. Well, if you have a coop like a Carolina coop, an American coop, where you have a separate hen house, that when you transition them, you keep them in the hen house with food. That was the only time you put food and water there for a couple of days, so they learn that that's where they're supposed to sleep and roost at night, and then let them out into the run. So that's what I was told because I didn't do it right the first time, and then I have since learned.
Yeah, so I totally agree.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go out there at night. We're going to either dump them on the floor of the hen house or we're going to put them on the roost bars like Matt says. But, exactly. Okay, so what do we do next? Because we have learned, and folks, if you're getting into chickens, think about getting chickens. Listen to what I'm about to say. Chickens don't always do what you think they're going to do. Eventually they will. Some pick it up sooner than later. It's all about the right setup. But not everything's going to be like what you see on some of these TikTok videos and what you're going to see flipping through Better Homes and Garden. Okay, they are chickens. But the goal is to help encourage those instincts. So like what Ingrid just said, I would totally agree.
Yes, I agree too.
And then I also would say after they have learned to go up on those roost bars at night, and then remove the food and water from the hen house. Make sure there's food and water down in the run or outside, depending on your setup. Don't force them out. Let them go out on their own. But other people say, no, kick them out. I don't know. I think they should go out on their own because I think when you let them go out on their own, they learn to come back home quicker on their own. Is that fair?
Wouldn't you let them learn to roost on their own too?
Well, we already established we did that. Okay. We've already established, they're going up on the roost bars, which is an indication to me they will know to go up there to roost.
They will.
This is like during the week when I have to put on my judge's robe. We have to get through each fact before we move.
You should get a robe.
Oh, boy. I do have a gavel somewhere, and I guess this is why. So, guys, welcome to Video Chicken Live. We have 68 people here. Give us a thumbs up, please. That helps promote the show so much. Today is Q&A. If you have any questions, we will do everything we can to answer it the best we can. How to protect from bird fancier's lung?
Wow, I didn't know it was called that.
Fancier's lung? Am I saying that right?
Bird fancier's lung.
While poultry are inside in brooders, ducklings and goslings for at the end of May.
For me, I think she means.
Okay.
So Elle has.
This is our customer in West Palm Beach who has ducks.
Okay. And what's fancier's lung?
Is that histoplasmosis?
Histoplasmosis?
Yes, I think. Well, I'm assuming that's what it is.
I'll have to look it up.
Yes, please confirm.
I'm a little confused because histoplasmosis is something that I know humans get, which is a fungus that grows inside the lungs from, in my case, back in my bug days where we had to clean up and remove bird droppings like from pigeons, we had to be so careful not to breathe in the spores as it goes airborne with dry feces, and it's just everywhere in the air, and you're breathing in all the wonderful feces, you'll get histoplasmosis. And I know one person that got it. He said he wouldn't wish it upon his worst enemy. I guess it's a horrible illness.
So it's bird fancier's lung, also known as bird breeder's lung. It's a lung disease caused by repeated exposure to airborne avian antigens. It's a type of hypersensitivity pneumonia, an inflammatory condition of lung tissue caused by an immune response to inhaled allergens.
Oh God! As an asthmatic, this is so painful just to hear.
So if you're keeping them in like your family room for months, then maybe it's a problem.
Well, hold on. No, I'm still a little confused though. Hold on. Let's understand the question first.
Well,
how to protect from bird? Oh, how to protect yourself?
Yes.
See, I didn't know if we meant. Hold on. I didn't know if we're protecting the birds.
Okay.
We're protecting ourselves. Okay, so this is how am I going to?
It's almost like a bird enthusiast. You know? Like if you, I don't know, I wouldn't understand that, a bird fancier.
Okay, so we got chickens and a brooder.
Yeah.
All right, and this is going to probably be for any bird.
Ducklings, goslings.
And, you're cleaning it out, and she's asking, how do I protect my lungs from potential, like I would absolutely think of histoplasmosis.
Mm-hmm.
And boy, okay, so now that we understand the question, am I that slow?
A little bit.
Well, I just want to be clear.
I didn't understand it either.
Thank you.
I thought she meant other birds getting it.
See, thank you. So, guys, that's why I do this, because you got to put yourself in everyone's shoes. If this is going to be a show that we want to keep everyone's attention, you can't just assume everyone that's listening understands what's going on. So that's my way of hopefully explaining it in an entertaining way, right?
We can clarify, yes.
Thank you. Okay, now that we clarified the question, so what do we do? What do we do? How do we prevent breathing in something that could
They are dusty. I wouldn't say that it's necessarily... It's got to be airborne, but I don't know. I mean,
wouldn't
I would
it be
just
something from the droppings, not so much the dust from the... What part of the chicken creates the dust?
It's the constant molting.
Thank you. So it's not necessarily, will you get sick from breathing in the dust from the molting of the chicken?
I would say no.
Exactly.
Unless you're very sensitive to...
Well, you might have allergic reaction.
Yeah,
absolutely. We're talking like you might get really, really sick. You have to go to the hospital to get treatment. But, I'm not an expert on this part, but let's just try to use some common sense here. But we're talking about maybe there's a lot of droppings and we're going to go clean it up. I would absolutely, anytime I clean something, I want to be mindful of what I'm breathing in.
Right.
And,
use some common sense, I would say, and you'd be fine.
Yeah, so I know when we had to prevent ourselves, I don't want to scare people, prevent ourselves from histoplasmosis, we had to use a type of respirator. Not a dust mask, but a respirator, because a respirator should seal to your face, and that's a whole nother story. And if you are very, very concerned, you can pick up, they're not the cheapest things in the world, but maybe about $60 at a local hardware store, an actual respirator that really does a good job, especially with the carbon part of the filter. There's a pre-filter, there's a carbon filter, there's all kinds of different ratings of filters, all the way down to very, very small particles. I have to believe, I don't know if we can look up what size the spores would be coming off, in this case, chicken droppings, because that'll tell you what filter you need. So I would say if you absolutely want to do everything you can to protect yourself, there's no better way than a respirator. But I also don't want to say that and freak people out thinking, oh my God, I don't wear a respirator.
This would be another reason why it's not preferred to clean out your coop every week.
Oh, it might be. Okay,
right? If you just do it once a year, you're reducing your risk.
It might be a good reason why you want to use your hen house as a brooder.
Right.
I was going to say that too.
Been waiting years for that moment. Let me take it in.
You got me on that one, Matt.
No, listen, you're right. When you have your chickens in a brooder inside your home, yes, there's a higher chance they're going to be friendlier as they get older.
I think
like
we
raising a
kind of
baby
agree.
kitten.
It's nice to do the first week inside to watch.
But
because if something's going to go wrong, it's going to be the first.
I would
week.
have to think you have to have a really concentrated area, a very small contained area, and a large brooder for that to potentially happen. But anything can happen, so hopefully that makes sense.
All right, we got another question. Go ahead, Kristen. Why do you want to read that?
All right. From James, we got 5 chicks on April 5th, and one of them has not feathered out yet. Any thoughts on what is happening?
Ooh.
That is,
I've never heard of that question.
Feathered out. It's probably not fully feathered.
Define feathered out.
Yeah, it's probably just a late bloomer.
And
It's probably got some baby feathers. You know, maybe it's not getting all of the food that it needs. I don't know.
Or maybe
They're all different.
maybe that chick was not born at the same time.
Yeah,
and just
it
got
could be.
kicked in.
Yeah, could be younger. Could be a late bloomer. But what I love about chickens, one of the many things I love about chickens is they break the rules. They're
Just like someone else I know.
Yeah, they always keep you on your toes. Just when you think you've got them all figured out, they do something different. So I wouldn't be concerned.
Have you always
It's just
been a
late
rule
bloomer.
breaker your entire life?
No, I grew up in an apocalyptic cult. I followed those rules.
I was going to say, I don't think she is.
I did my time,
So that explains
and now
it.
I'm free.
Fun fact. All right. Moving on. So again, welcome guys to Video Chicken Live. It is May 17th. I'm a couple days away from my anniversary of quitting my full-time job and going into business myself. And I was just trying to think about the other day how many years it's been. I think I lost count, but I thought it'd be fun to talk about that because I can only imagine so many people are dealing with that right now. And I can tell you, looking back, because it was one of the scariest moments of my life, that I am so thankful I did it. And that's what kind of was my final decision was, you know, I didn't want to have any regrets. And I said, what's the worst that's going to happen? If we fail, they're not going to take my birthday away. So it just made sense to me.
I remember talking about that.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah. And I remember going, I'm going to have all this time. All I got to do is build chicken coops now. I don't have to deal with my nuisance of a job every day. Yeah, no, I had no idea how many hours you got to work when you own your own business.
All right, do you want to go through some more questions?
Well, yeah.
No, let's do a what's on your mind, Matt?
Yeah, you had a lot of things that you needed to say this morning.
Oh.
And I have show and tell, so we got other things to go through.
I got to choose my words carefully. Let me first say this. And I know most people know this, and I know most of our customers know this. And listen, yes, I try to make everyone happy. And I will solve every problem that comes our way, or we will solve, or we'll work on solving it. And one of the things I have noticed over the years that is still true, and I got to figure out how to make it so it's not true anymore. What is it about engineers? Why is it so hard for someone with the mind of an engineer to assemble things? Or am I the only one?
Maybe they're overthinking it.
What is it? Does anybody else?
They have to over-engineer.
There's a thumbs up. There's the engineer.
Someone gave you a thumbs down.
Yeah, right on that one. Which I don't blame them, especially if they're an engineer. I'm not knocking engineers.
Well, that's their job to overthink things,
Let
right?
me be very clear.
Over-engineer things so they don't fail?
I need to understand.
Oh, I'm talking over you.
Thank you. Their thought process. So that we can figure out how to make it so engineers can be successful with assembling our coops. Now, God knows we've made mistakes. We'll always make it right, and that's what we're dealing with right now, and we're going to make it right. And whenever I've had to do this, it's always been so many silver linings. I'm actually excited, and I learned so much. But I am always trying to understand the mind of our customers or anyone you're doing business with, you're in a relationship with, you're negotiating. I love to learn their mind, and I want to be very careful. I'm not knocking them. Engineers definitely serve a purpose, but for some reason, they have a hard time assembling, in this case, our coops. And I got to figure out why. I don't know where to go to figure out how to figure out the mind of an engineer. I can take some guesses, but I don't know.
We got to go talk to some.
Yes, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to get on the airplane. I'm going to go right into the thick of it and learn. And that's what makes it worth it to me.
Okay.
Yep, you have nothing else to say to that. You must have something to say to that.
Yeah, can I come?
How many engineers do you know? How many engineers have you dated? I can only imagine. You must have some kind of weird insight from one, sorry. And he was a nice guy. He was a nice guy.
I don't remember dating an engineer.
Whatever.
An architect? That's not the same thing.
A design architect. They live in this world of everything's perfect on a computer screen.
They work on the same projects.
But then there's real life. And I think that's where the breakdown is. Anyways, okay. Moving on.
The architect
so that was one
chicken
thing.
Coops, by the
The
way.
other thing is I want to bring up the comments from video for YouTube, our channel, because there's so many more comments that I'm like, I just want to address them while we're on there. So Ingrid, if you can bring that up, share that screen. Thank you. And I will show you guys the some of the comments that are coming up, and hopefully it's going to work. We're down there. Go ahead and click on it. Click on it. Once you click anywhere, it'll come up.
I'm clicking.
You just got to scroll up.
Now, I was there, and now you changed it. I understand.
We didn't change anything. All right, so it's not showing.
Oh, yeah, that first comment is...
Well, hold on. So, guys, we're going to bring
unlock
up some comments from YouTube Chicken. May I?
Yes, you may.
Thank you. Why is that not? We clicked on... We're just going to share the entire screen.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry.
That's okay.
To create upgrade for enhancement to camera positioning and up high view angles, introduce use of camera drone, certification by recreational license certification for your operation, since you capture is not being used for work for hire and satisfy UAS FAA requirements. Viewers will appreciate your efforts. So first, thank you for watching our videos. Do you see the video?
Yes, that was like a 13-year-old video.
Oh my goodness!
There weren't even drones back then.
That's baby Matt.
Wait. Is that my chicken coop?
I think it is.
No.
No, it's an 8x14 custom penthouse chicken coop, part 4.
I remember.
Sure?
Oh my gosh, do I remember that coop? Because
that's not
I
mine.
remember that. You and I went and visited that customer in California.
Oh my God.
So I appreciate it. I just find it fascinating. Again, I always want to understand what people are thinking. Mm-hmm. I guess maybe this is the first video they watch, but wouldn't you look and say, "Oh, this was 16 years ago"? I don't know. And then
so funny.
What in that? Who's the UAS FAA? Is that the people that you're supposed to get a license for flying a drone?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this seems more like a...
All right, moving on.
Spammy.
Question. Will the...
A la carte.
Oh, what does a la carte mean?
That means just like an aftermarket, like just buying the egg hutch versus...
Gotcha, thank you. On the website, now be made from Acre as well. Yes. Did you see the one that went out yesterday? It was a rollout nest box, a rollout egg hutch. Oh, gosh, these people in their rollout egg hutches.
Why? You should have never introduced it. I think you unleashed the Kraken with that. Totally.
You're not kidding.
You should have just not opened
I
that
know,
Pandora's
I
box
know.
and just stayed firm and like, no rollout nest box.
I hope they got
ever.
the disclaimer.
We need to absolutely put a disclaimer in there. Whoever's listening out in the office, put a note in, pin that note in our staff meeting.
Preferably after they buy it.
Oh my gosh, there needs to be a disclaimer for what? Yeah.
You need a backup egg hutch.
Chickens don't lay eggs on the side of a mountain.
And you can't use any nesting material, so they don't necessarily like
it
that.
Just stinks. You know what it is? There's a company, and they're doing a great job. They make a commercial style rollout metal nest box, okay? And it works great if you're in a building with 5,000 chickens.
And they have no other choices.
Yeah, and they don't know
Exactly.
any better. That's how they've been raised.
So that is the message we have to continue to send, especially in our education with our videos, is we are talking about backyard chickens, not the people you see on TikTok that have 5,000 chickens. Right, they have no other options, so of course they're going to go in there. And there's so many of them that you got to have the eggs roll away or they're going to break them or they're going to get crapped on. So there is such a disconnect in the message there. Anyways, how would I attach on a non-Carolina coop if I want to replace mine with one of yours? So to answer your question, screw it in. I don't know how else
Cut
to
a
put
hole.
Measure a
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
rectangle and screw it on.
We provide the exact measurements for the rough-in opening.
Here's a comment about the big custom coop we did a couple years ago out in New Mexico. I hope the chickens only have one mortgage and a fixed rate. Okay, I thought that was funny. I am not sure if you've already talked about this in another video. What are your thoughts on the omelet coop? Specifically, their roosting grid versus the bars. Okay. Have we ever talked? Okay, I don't know if we've ever talked specifically about the roosting grid. I'm not familiar with that.
I don't know what that is either.
And I can tell you the omelet. Okay, again, on record. Again, you know, I love competition, but I want to obviously destroy competition. That's just how an entrepreneur is. Okay, so whatever.
I've been too busy to look at the competition.
But what I do like about Omelet Coop and some of these other coops, especially the American companies that are at least have the same goal, don't buy these Chinese coffin coops. So I love when they at least are coming up with their own design. I give them respect. The people that are stealing from us, copying us, pretending to be us, pretending to be me, that was the best. I was going to go live that one time. Remind me to tell you that story. Someone was pretending to be me and they didn't know they were talking to me.
Are you serious?
Oh, I swear to God.
Wait, were they doing a good job?
No, it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible.
Did they have an Indian accent?
No. I don't know. Boy, I don't know if you can say
Did
that.
they use your name?
Oh, yeah.
They're like, hey, this is Matt DuBois.
Stealing my pictures, pretending that he was me out in Texas putting a coop together.
Oh, no way.
Oh, so Evan, we just happened to be down from North Carolina. We're at our kitchen in Oxford, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to have fun with this. Because obviously it does piss me off. Because, whatever. We'll have to talk about that later. So anyways, the omelet coop. Not a fan of the omelet coop. Not because
Yeah, I can't.
It's
competition.
a little small, isn't
It's
it?
very small. It has next to zero ventilation. It is not user friendly. It's not good for the chickens, and I'm not trying to bash them. They at least have a product that I don't know what their price is, but it's available.
I don't think it's cheap.
I don't think it is either. And at least they come up with their own design and their own ideas. So I give them that.
And I think it's plastic.
Yeah, it's plastic. It's mobile. It has a run attachment, but it's not covered.
Maybe modular.
But it has like a lot of smart
So
accessories.
What is the grid versus the
Yeah.
bars?
I can't seem to find.
I mean, we can probably imagine what a grid looks like.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on. We're gonna go through a couple more of these, guys. If you're listening right now, thank you so much. Thank you so much for being
I
here.
haven't seen
Please
you-
leave your questions and comments in the comment section.
I haven't seen you get irritated yet.
I don't ever get irritated.
That's why we go through these comments.
Hello, happy
to get a stir out of you.
I'm sorry.
Been following. So I'm not reading these until now for the first time. So
No
happy
kidding.
Sunday. Been following the live streams for a few weeks. I have 7 3-week-olds. They are in a 100-gallon water
Trough, I think they meant to say.
being used as a brooder. Okay. They are getting too big for it already. Yes, they grow up fast, folks. But it's expensive to buy a larger one. Also, the American coop I bought is not finished with the build, and it's too cold in our area to move them outside. What's worse is I think I may have a rooster or two, which I wasn't planning on. Any suggestions? Okay, so this is something that's potentially a customer. Oh, and they go on, they say, and actually what could be good for people in the future is a brooder kit. We technically have that now. Well, you got to have your coop done. Maybe one that could become part of the coop once the coop... Oh, a brooder, and then the coop goes over top of it. Because we've been playing with the idea of the polycarbonate. I love our brooder. That's interesting. So what they're saying is they're still waiting on their coop. And the chickens are getting big for their brooder, but too cold to send outside. You need a bigger brooder. Listen, we did a video 2 years ago. It is very inexpensive to make a big brooder. There's so many ways you can make a big brooder that's very inexpensive. I love what you and I did in the shop, where we took some Luan, which is just very thin type of ply, ripped it, and then made a big circle. Done.
Right. And then you did that with a polycarbonate as well.
Right, but they're getting bigger, so they're going to fly out of it. So we had a customer, George, who had them in a big brooder in his garage because he didn't have the coop yet. Or he did, I'm not sure. But whatever happened, once they got big enough to put in a coop, they kept going to the garage. And he was extremely, because they got so big that they ended up like that was their home. So I kept telling him he had to carry them into, like, to lock them in the coop, and then they still went to the garage. So sometimes when you have too much, they get too big, you kind of get some bad habits.
Yeah, not only that, but then they start sleeping on the floor more. And I've noticed if they stay in the brooder too long, get too old, like it happened to me where they're about 8 weeks, 9 weeks. And they just, it took them forever to go up into the hen house. All right, real quick. Don't think you should ever feed any animal their own species. Didn't we talk about this last week?
Yeah, that was from the live
Okay, perfect. All right, so we'll get out of here. And we're just going to go back to the main page, and then we'll give Ingrid back the thing. How are we doing? 88 people. Thank you so much for being here. Hit that thumbs up button. Share the show. If you're watching on YouTube, which I'm assuming you're watching on YouTube, make sure you have subscribed. It's all about subscribing. Yes, an N95 is fine. That is the one. That was the one that we used. I know I have cleaned up a lot of pigeon droppings. Oh, my dear Lord. 100 feet in the air, up in these ceilings. And
No, pigeons.
yeah, well, they can be nasty. N95 really aren't that good, but it's rated for it.
Yeah.
They're not that good for common cold viruses.
Yeah, viruses are a lot smaller.
Yeah, but
So
for a chicken coop, they would work. Did
he get a naked? So listen, it's all about understanding the particle size. That's what it really comes down to, and that's what a lot of people can't fathom. That's why fumigants work so well. If you think about a gas molecule so small, it goes everywhere. You imagine trying to protect yourself from. Oh, actually, you have to have a self-contained breathing for that because the filters don't get tight enough. Matt cleans out his coop with a doomsday gas mask. No.
I want to know what Kristen has for show and tell.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
So go to Kristen's when things go sideways.
Ben, you're always welcome.
What did we miss?
I don't know. But
Laura, how are you doing, Laura? Speaking of West Coast, hello from Oregon. Speaking of West Coast, we had an awesome meeting this morning. And I am hoping very, very soon we will have our stuff. Carolina Coops stuff. Coops, hemp, whatever it is, warehoused on the West Coast.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nobody knows when yet.
This is where I get in trouble. And the reason why we're going to do this is so that we can keep the costs down for you guys so you don't have to wait so long. But it's a lot. All right, what do you got going on here, Kristen?
Date for this yet.
Let me see her baby.
Happy Mother's Day, Cracker Muncher. She had a baby on Mother's Day.
Oh, this was her baby?
No.
Oh.
It came from Tractor Supply, but
don't tell her.
Yes,
Look
and
at
I
her.
only got her one because she's so tiny. But yeah, she was sitting on the nest for so long.
Look at that tail. See,
Yeah.
I love
She's
that.
doing the whole like protecting stance, right? This is her.
Oh, that's not her normal tail?
She's
She's getting a
exaggerating
little-
it a
yeah,
little.
she's a little fluffy.
What kind of baby chick do you got here?
I think it's an olive egger.
You think, but you're not sure. Didn't you say you went and bought it from a store? What did they say it was?
Paul did. Paul went and got more chicks already.
Nice.
And I said, okay, one more.
Okay,
for
gotcha.
me.
So yeah, happy Mother's Day. Boy, our Mother's Day didn't go well. I wish I had a camera following my life. The things that go on. What is this material here?
I don't know.
She's so cute, though.
Yeah, this is adorable. This is where you say everyone's gonna. Oh, see now, look at that baby chick will follow her. Yeah, you can hear her talking. Yeah. Uh-huh.
She found the old food.
Oh, she found food. Oh, I wish you guys could see this.
Matt, slide the thing over.
I have to think. I think about every move. What do I got to move out of the way? How can I do this without startling them? Can I slide it? Is there anything underneath it? Are they going to freak out and then I'm going to ruin the moment?
No,
Look
you're
at that. So
fine.
these are all the things that go through my head in the matter of milliseconds to
Look
make
at
sure.
How cute the baby.
So, Kristen, when's the last time you fed her?
This morning.
So for the podcast, we are live right now, but when you're listening to this later, you should have been here. We have
You should have been here.
We had a baby. We have a baby chick feeding on some scratch, some treats, with the mama hen, Cracker Muncher, who is a type of bantam. What type of bantam?
She's an Old English game Serama mix, I think.
Oh, you think you're doing a lot of thinking about these chickens lately, but at the end of the day, they're all good chickens, except for Silkies. All right, moving on. If you guys have any questions, please let us know. We are live May 17th, 2024. See, there they go. They don't want to be on camera, or do they? I wonder if we can go get some of that scratch that Lefebvre's is so graciously have given us all those sample packs that are going out with the coops now.
I love that.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
There's also a big thing of mealworms in the kitchen on top.
Ben says YouTube changed the layout. I can't see the thumbs up or down now.
We got one down.
It had to be an engineer. And listen,
It happened about that time.
Yes, and I get it. I'm not bashing engineers. And I'm sure they're used to it because the joke is people that actually have to put things together, go fix things. The joke is, well, we always got to fix what the engineer
pile.
screwed up. But
Look at that big, healthy pile.
wait.
Whoa.
Oh, ow.
Wow.
Oh,
Sorry.
Oh, you stepped in it.
The chick stepped in it. Oh.
It doesn't smell.
No, well, there it is.
Speaking of smell.
There was a delay.
Speaking of smell, did we talk about this on last week's show? That if you... Oh my God.
There was a delay. It didn't smell immediately. It is bad.
I see I'm not smelling it over here.
Sorry, let me clean off the feet.
Look at little crap.
Let me go over here. All right, here we go.
Oh, that tasted gassy. Is this expired? Does oxygen get old?
It is gas. Of course it's going to taste gassy.
Yeah, but here, try one.
No. Hey, are we going to eat those?
Oh my God, that smells so bad. It's still here.
It's in your nose mind.
Yeah, that's what it feels like. Oh.
So listen.
Speaking of
is it true if you feed your chickens a high protein diet that maybe that could be a reason that you are feeling you smell a high nitrogen smell in your deep litter system? Go ahead.
How about we eat one of those water glassed eggs? What are we on now? 2 years?
Ooh, now the little one pooped.
You can do what you want. I got 2.
The little one pooped and stepped in it again.
Oh my God. What is
Kids. You can't teach kids anything.
Yeah, really.
They just step in their own poop.
It smells so bad. Can you just get some hemp and throw it over top of the table?
Deep litter.
That's my husband. Engineers and computer programmers overthink and can't process without a detailed plan. So thank you. I agree. And again, it's just, I find it's so funny over the years. Every customer that emphasizes in a conversation when we're selling them a chicken coop, I'm an engineer. I even had said one, and thank God he listened to me. I said, we have the hardest time with engineers putting our coops together. Please let us do it. He goes, okay.
Mosaic Homestead says, I know an engineer that built a replica of your coop and did a great job.
Yes. So I believe if they are designing it from scratch and you know, I don't know. Enough about that, because I don't want to come across as being a bad guy. Also, do engineers build? I think building a specific... So yeah, exactly. Thank you. That's what I was telling Christopher. Christopher this morning goes, why do you...
Now I'm smelling it.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep a show going here without my
so
eyes
heavy
watering.
in the air.
It is. Can someone please turn the air on?
No, we
do not
did.
let them see. So
I
it's
wiped
not
it up
just
and threw
me.
it,
Thank
threw
you,
it
Karsten.
under the desk.
And again, it's just I want to figure it out. I got to figure out if you're an engineer. Here's the manual for engineers. Like we're probably gonna have to make something special for them. Both my brothers are electrical, and my father was a mechanical, and my son is civil engineer. All could assemble your coops.
Yeah. So
all could. So that's what I hear. Is we hear that? Oh, my husband's an engineer. Or I'm an engineer. We can assemble anything. They have the hardest time, and I think they overthink it. Or they skip steps because they think they can skip steps. So here's a question. Yeah, let's do that to take my mind off some things here. If I get chickens from various breeders, they will be used to their respective microbes, but not to the ones from the others. Oh, used to. Is that a problem, or what do I need to be aware of? I think from now on, it's better you read the questions.
I'd be happy to.
So go ahead, read that one now like a nice, good reader.
If I get chickens from various breeders, they will be used to their respective microbes, but not to the ones from the others. Is that a problem, or what do I need to be aware of?
Can I fix this? I shouldn't have to do this.
Oh, what?
Look at that. I know you don't like it in front of you, but we got to hear you. So the question is, so you're gonna get some baby chicks from different breeders, and they'll be used to their what's a respective microbe? This smells so bad.
The microbiome of themselves and their siblings.
Yeah.
I would assume. I don't think that's an issue.
Did you use the baby wipes in here?
I did.
It pooped again.
What?
I don't think that this will be an issue.
What, the smell? The smell is so
not
bad.
Good spray. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, Christopher.
Wait, what is this?
The thieves.
No, is it safe for chickens?
Yeah, it's safe. Yeah, it is safe for chickens.
Well, are we sure it's thieves? Because,
Yeah.
we're not supposed to
Thank
mislabel. Whoo, yeah, that's thieves. God, Non loves this stuff. Okay. I'm sorry, folks. We got to clean up an aisle.
Cleaning
too.
break. Cleaning break.
Oh, my God. Please get that. Don't push it towards me. What are you doing?
I'm pushing it away from the chickens.
Fine, fair.
Yeah, it is a little baby.
No, nah, I was kidding. I didn't do that. Here, can you get some more paper towels? It's okay to use more. You have, fun fact about Kristen, she has a phobia about using too many paper towels. It's the weirdest thing. Why is that? See? Yeah.
She doesn't want to waste.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She's
but
not wasteful.
Anyways.
So I don't think, to answer his question, I do not think it's a problem. I think.
Tell me what's a respective microbes, like their own
like
germs.
You and your body.
My immune
you
system.
have your own microbiome.
Can you clean? I threw stuff at you. I don't know.
It's on her shoulder.
It's like the hemp necklace. I forgot to wear it today.
Oh man, it does sting in here.
Yeah,
it's like
you have
sending
your own
kids to
microbiome.
daycare, but eventually they're all gonna get sick, and it's actually better for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they'll be fine.
Okay, good, great answer.
Okay.
Please do not stereotype engineers, please, Matt. No, you're right. I'm not trying to. I shouldn't have said anything. I just want to. It's not that I'm stereotyping. It's what I love about humans is we all think different. We all work different. And if I want to have a mission that I want to sell to the masses, that I want to make everyone happy, well, guess what I have to do? I got to figure out how they think and what I can do to help them be successful, right?
Right.
So Yosemite Sam has a question or a comment.
That's a great name. I have noticed
about varmints.
Yes. I have noticed that my hens don't mind being out when it's lightly raining, but I am wondering, can they possibly get sick from getting too wet? My chickens always love being out. People say they don't like
to
it.
mind.
Yeah,
Mine
they
was
don't
out
really
in the pouring rain.
Yeah,
They were soaked.
So can they get sick from being too wet?
No.
Yeah, I don't.
That's not a concern. I would trust them completely with that decision on their own. What is the word?
Anthropomorphizing.
Wait.
Thank you.
But you know
should
what?
have
We
that
can't.
on recording.
We can't get sick from going out and with wet hair either.
Yes.
That's like an old wives' tale.
Right. Well, that doesn't decrease your immune system and makes you more vulnerable to the thing that actually makes you sick. That's not true.
Just having wet hair.
If
and
you're
cold.
okay, I guess it's for another day. But I always
No, I mean
Maybe I don't
you can
understand.
get cold and not have it affect your health.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. So Jennifer Storm says, as a respiratory therapist with asthma, I suggest to wear a good mask when you clean out the coop, especially if you have asthma or sensitive with allergies.
Absolutely.
So I totally agree. Because here's the thing
And
about
that's common sense. Like that's good common sense.
Yeah,
it does make sense.
And people with asthma, I would say, we definitely understand. We are we're more sensitive to dust.
Right.
And the worst part is, I'll never forget one time as a bug guy, I was down in a freaking mill in a silo, and I had no idea how dusty it was. Whatever was in there, my rescue inhaler would not help me. And
wow,
that
must
was
have been bad.
It was horrible. But there's certain things that will trigger it and won't help it. And that's what was happening when we were. Oh, Ingrid, just okay. So what's going on in the news lately?
Oh, I sent something to you. What did I send?
What did you send? You got to be quicker with it.
Oh man.
Yeah, before Kristen.
Oh, no,
before
my
Ingrid
phone's
gets
charging
mad.
over there.
So you said something about the avian flu in England with birds, and we're
we
distancing
covered that
chickens.
last week. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to make some stuff up. We'll come up with something.
All right.
Do the chickens think the Earth is flat? No. Okay.
I don't know how much they think about that.
Common sense. Common sense. Please test black stain. Ooh.
This is request.
Oh.
I don't know if we've gotten a request before.
I.
Please test black stain on acre as mentioned in a previous show. See how it holds up other than whites, finding very limited choices meeting 55 LRV, light reflective value.
That is a great comment.
Yeah, and I like the request.
Yeah, let's do it.
So let me be clear.
Christopher, can
and
you
this
make
is
that
where
happen?
it gets a little confusing. So what they're saying is it's very limited finding an LRV stain of 55 or greater. However, and here's where it gets a little tricky. There are companies that make a very dark stain that might have a very low LRV, but because the manufacturer is making it, they are putting in the reflective technology. So you can get away with using that particular stain with that technology that's very, very dark in color. So this is where I want to be as clear as possible. If you're mixing up your own color at the local store, then you got to pay attention to the LRV. But the manufacturer can actually make certain colored stains. We can see this on the Modern Mill website. It's on our webpage, which again, Ingrid, it looks like you also added the acre part to the main website. Thank you. It's amazing.
I changed that whole, well, I'm working on revamping the whole website, so I changed the homepage a lot.
Yeah, maybe we should visit that because I get this is confusing. And I just promise you folks, here's the thing to remember. There are reasons why we switched to acre. The benefits so outweigh, especially going through this growing process and learning process of LRVs with stains and paints. The thing that we really have to remember too is there's nothing that is structural in our coops that is acre.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't really matter, but it does. We still want to play within the rules. But the LRV is all about if you used acre as deck boards. That's where this really comes from. Because then obviously it's part of the, it's structural. You don't want to be dipping and falling through or whatever. So hopefully that makes sense. But great. I love how they put the request in there. I love a good request.
Barry Brown says, notice today our American Coop ships out today. Excited.
Nice. Well, thank you, Barry, for your
you,
business. Oh, here's the other thing. For anyone that is thinking about buying a chicken coop from us, or maybe you're in the process, or maybe you're waiting for yours. In sales, I cannot say this enough. We must emphasize to the customer. When we give an estimate shipping date, it's an estimate. There is things that can happen where we don't meet that estimate that are completely out of our control. God knows the team here at Carolina Coops does everything they can to meet that. Can you focus here? Because this
sorry, I was just feeding the chicken. I'm listening.
We do everything we can to meet those deadlines, those estimates, or whatever.
I already know what you're going to say.
But
it's communication. You're right. It's
customers must know.
Yeah.
Please do not schedule builders to assemble your coop until you have your coop. Mm-hmm. The trucks can break down. We can have storms. We have roofs getting ripped off of warehouses. I'm sorry, and I know they want to blame us, but it's out of our control. We have no choice but to use a shipping company until we actually have our own shipping company, which one day may hopefully happen. We see a big Carolina Coops box truck. That's going to be Sean's favorite job. And then we'll actually have possession of the coop the whole time. That might be a different story. But I feel bad because I don't want customers upset that it's an estimate. Things happen. Please, especially when the builders, they show up and there's no work for them. Be like, hey, you schedule me. I'm going to start charging. Please don't. Please don't. Wait until that coop's in your possession.
Yeah, and they're just excited to get their coop. And they don't,
totally.
I think
or their chicks out of the house.
Right. And they just they're thinking, well, they do this for a living, so they know when it's going to be here and that kind of thing. So people don't realize on their end all the things that happen on your end.
Yeah, and here's the other thing that's happened too, a little behind the scenes, and this has been so frustrating. I even called an emergency meeting with one of our contractors. We changed metal companies, which I definitely still believe is for the better. The metal is costing more. I like everything that they're doing to make sure we don't have problems. But they fixed what we were having problems with the last company, but they brought us new problems.
Oh, no.
And that has led to a lot of delays that, again, okay, we'll take the blame. It's the metal company. Either the driver called in sick or they didn't send us the right length roofing panels. We have to go through and count every freaking piece of metal that comes off that truck to make sure we got what we want. We open up these packages, and they're all supposed to be, like say they're all supposed to be 60 inches. There's some roofing panels that are 40 inches, 60. It's like, I don't know if they smoked their lunch when they were cutting the metal. It's like, we can't ship that out. So now we have to call back the metal company, have them send the panels out. I don't know. You're not focused right now, and I need you here.
No, I just cracked open the sunflower seed, and they are really excited about that.
Stormy says, I appreciate rollout nest. Yeah, go ahead and bring that in. Rollout nest box. I had to buy my brooder and my egg eater.
My broody.
What'd I say?
Brooder.
Sorry. See, what happens is it's hard.
To be reading those.
Right, and it's hard for me to read it. We need like a white background. My broody and my egg eater gave me no peace. They are laying fine now. 4 of 7 per day. So,
Stormy did that. So did the rollout fix the egg eater issue?
It sounds like it.
Fill us in because congratulations, because it doesn't always work that well. And if you have any videos or pictures you can send us, I would love to see it, love to share it.
That is very interesting.
Yes, because
Matt.com.
Yeah, bravo.
Barry also said that Nan and your video talked me out of getting a rollaway nesting box. So your reasoning makes sense. So, I mean, it did work for eStormy, and we're happy that it's helping her. But as a rule, we would say not to. Go ahead, Matt. What do you want? I
don't know. See, and I don't listen to what you're saying. It's probably so important. But
you get mad that Kristen's not paying attention, and you admittedly don't listen to.
Yeah, but I'm paying
anything
attention to the show because you're doing something. So now I'm ready to start. When I see the word cartel, that's going to get my attention.
Women can multitask.
You're so easily distracted. Shiny keys.
If I said something sexist like that, we would probably be shut down.
It was a generalization.
I would have a
Based on
lawsuit on my hands at the front door right now.
Look, Ingrid brought flowers from her garden.
Wait a minute. We're allowed to use science for real or no? Wait, yeah. You
Look
feel
at
me?
these beautiful flowers. I'm going to put them in water.
Are we allowed to listen to science or no? I think you just said yes, right?
Right. Here we go. Look at that. Oh,
No,
well, it doesn't look great on the green screen. So
you can't see in the green. The green of the mint.
Catherine says, love the omelet auto door. Highly recommend to anyone in colder climates where the top-down gear type would freeze. Why is she scratching? Yeah, so we have, I think it's here. We have gone over the omelet door.
The omelet door, it can be
slides,
very useful because it goes horizontally instead of vertically.
Yeah, it slides this way. So it's like the doors in Star Wars.
Doesn't make that noise, though.
So, yeah, it is a good door. Thank you for that comment.
Okay.
I work for, hold on. What's this? I work for engineering firm, and most of them do not have any building experience. They design, but no construct. Yes. So it's not just me, and I get ready for the comments. They're gonna beat me up. 97 people here, 60 thumbs up. Thank you so much.
I think it's Tracker Muncher.
May 17th, 2024. If you haven't already hit that thumbs up button, hit that thumbs up button, and tell people where you're finding that thumbs up button because other people have said they can't see it. So thank you so much for that. Matt, is there a reason for the height you use from floor to roost bar? Height of rung to run in ladders. What is that distance? Love your dedication to your work. Well, thank you.
Yes, we put out a survey to all the chickens in the industry, and the survey said...
There's poop in front of me again. Can you please?
I'll get to it.
Oh, my God.
I'm cracking open a sunflower seed right now.
Whenever you get around to it.
Okay. We measured the legs of all of the hens and divided by the number of hens to get an average.
Is this microaggression, passive aggressive?
Oh, I'm just being funny.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not taking it very funny.
No, we made it up.
No, we didn't make it up. There is a science and a method behind it all.
Why don't you take this question?
It's a tough one to answer because a lot of it has to do with the domino effect I talk about all the time with chicken coop designing. And that is something that unless you've actually designed a chicken coop with the idea of perfection for the chicken and the human, you wouldn't know what I mean. But if you have, like Evan is probably the best person to explain that. Like it's hard. And then, let's make everyone happy at the same time, right?
So is there a reason for the height you use for the roost bars?
I think he's saying that you've got to...
There's a domino effect.
It's over. You got to have the height of the egg hutch.
Yeah, it's over the the egg
so
hutch.
it has to go above that.
And you don't want it so high that that chickens can't jump up to it, especially as your deep litter system's building
or that
up.
they hit their head.
And if you have silkies, then it's out of the question. You got to lower that roost bar. We have to have the silky modification. And what is the distance? I mean, I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, we have a ladder right here, and I would say it's probably 3.5, 4 inches. The chickens can use really anything,
and they don't.
It was
actually
more
use the.
I know
they don't usually. I haven't seen them use all the steps on the ladder.
Mine do. I have so many videos of that. Mine walk up those steps.
Mine usually just fly to the top.
Because back before coops were invented, there weren't ladders going up into the trees. So chickens are going to do what is natural to them. But like Ingrid just said, it is possible. But I don't want people to think if they're only using half the ladder, which is usually at the top, doesn't mean your chickens are going to get hurt. Doesn't mean they're doing something wrong. Doesn't mean there's anything wrong with the ladder. It's just chickens are used to jumping up to get to their elevated surface.
Yeah, I have video. I mean, there's videos on our website of them using it.
Did they always use it, or do you think it's something they learned?
Well, I had the ramp first because I have an older coop, so I had the ramp, and then I got the ladder. And
I love her ladder.
Some of them will fly up half but a lot of them walk up wrong. I mean, I watch it and I'm fascinated but none of them use it to go down. They all jump down. But
maybe they want to stretch their wings.
A lot of them use, I mean, it's just, I find it fascinating. I'm like, oh my gosh, they just use every rung. You know, midge hops up each one. I mean, so.
So they use their bathroom tub as a brooder. A lot of people do it, and that's what we call our bathtub calls.
Yeah.
We are at that time of year. People are freaking out. They're about to have a divorce if they don't get their chickens out of their bathtub. So we call them the bathtub calls.
I have a confession. At the last fall at freeze, when we had our first freeze, I was so sad and depressed. Not really depressed, but I was sad and disappointed that I was going to lose all my black soldier fly larvae that I brought them into my bathtub. Just overnight. Like, okay, well, maybe I'll just keep them here overnight and take them back out so they don't freeze and die. A few of them got loose.
A few. What is a definition of a few? A few hundred?
Yeah.
A few thousand?
There were a lot in that bag, and I didn't realize they could climb out. So now I have black soldier flies in my bathroom. So I don't know if they overwintered in the drain.
Oh my gosh.
Is that weird? Is that a confession? Can we edit this out?
So you have to understand flies, complete metamorphosis, and their food source is their breeding source for just about every fly, except for you can get technical.
Were they dormant?
With like mosquitoes. Did you know mosquitoes technically a fly?
I did not know that.
If an insect has 2 wings, is considered a fly. It's Diptera is the order, if I remember correctly. Anyways, but soldier fly larvae, they definitely lay eggs, and the larvae feed in the breeding source, in the food source. So if you got soldier fly larvae, soldier flies reproducing, completing the complete cycle, you got a food source somewhere in there for them. And if it's your drain, I don't see that. Because like you can get drain flies, like fruit flies and moth flies that'll feed on the inner walls of the drain. And you just shine your light on, you see all the larvae, kind of the maggots squirming on the side of the walls. So you just got to go in and clean it. Oh, I used to love it. Oh, yeah, I would take pictures of floor drains and see the larva in there and send it to the corporate office. Oh, I pissed off so many store managers. Anyways, Jennifer Storm.
Between the talk and the smell, it's getting really hard to
Jennifer Storm, who is a, I forget what she called herself,
Respiratory
expert or something like that, says N95 is good. So thank you. Thank you for that.
Okay.
But on a related note, I'm finding them in the garage, too. So
you got probably a food source in there.
I did. I put larvae in there, too. So,
shocker.
Which I thought died, but maybe they did overwinter. So anyhow, good news is BSFL season. Woohoo! They're back.
James says.
And I'm just setting out like little pans of rotting stuff, hoping that they're gonna breed.
They breed.
James says, hi, we are having issues with our ducks being aggressive with our chickens. Mm-hmm. We have 6 ducks, 7 weeks old, and 8 chickens, 13 weeks old, all females. Do you have any suggestions? So we got ducks, we got chickens, roughly about the, well, no, I guess that is a big difference between the chickens and the ducks. So the ducks are younger, the chickens are older, and both ducks and chickens are females. They're being aggressive. I'm gonna see what Kristen has to say, but my guess would be more space, right?
I mean, are they breeding?
They're too young to be breeding, right?
But they're being aggressive.
Sorry, I was just trying to get some more
focus.
chicken food here.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, look, they're begging. They're begging. They're so cute.
What would you say, Ingrid, while we wait for Kristen?
From what I hear from people that have chickens and ducks, it's just best not to keep them together, like not to have them in the same area. So that is a space issue. I know you build duck dippers and duck coops attached to it, but Dr. Crespo has said it. Other experts have said it. It's just better to keep them separate. Maybe in the same yard, like a big area where they can be together, but not confined.
Yeah, so let's listen to the words you're using. And let me be very, very clear. Mm-hmm. I would agree. There's a lot of things we can do that is better. Mm-hmm. I would say a pond for a duck is better than the duck dipper. But there are still things we try to do as long as people have the right understanding of potential circumstances, yes. Did you have problems with your ducks being aggressive to your chickens?
No.
Would you say it might be because of space?
Yes. Yeah. Typically, when you have a problem like that, it's and these are growing fast. Right. The ducks are probably growing faster than the chickens.
Laura? Yes. I can't freaking wait.
Oh, sounds great.
Yeah.
About the hemp.
Yeah. I don't know what ECT means, but being
estimated
I think she might have meant etc. I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe.
being stored in Pacific Northwest.
I've been wanting for so long to start having something on the West Coast for many reasons, and but hopefully we're very, very close.
Here's a Matt question.
There is no date for this yet.
No, it's got to be so.
In the works.
We have martins here. Is that the bird martin?
No, I think it's like I think you misspelled. It's like a stone martin. It's like a weasel. They make fur coats out of them.
What would you recommend using as predator apron as they get through the smallest holes? Thank you. Okay, so predator apron. So I would have to catch up on martins.
Yeah.
I know of like a blue martin bird.
Do they dig?
Yeah, no, they're like
she's
weasels.
in Switzerland.
Yeah, it's like look up stone martin. They're like a weaselly type of animal. They make fur coats back in the day from them. So
So real simple. Yeah, it's Marten. Okay, so no, it's spelled right.
oh, it is. I thought it was IN.
That's what I thought. Oh, it looks like a little weasel. Looks
Yeah.
like a little.
Did I not say weasel?
Looks like a little ferret.
Let me see.
I got a beach martin.
Oh.
So here's what you want to do, and maybe we can do it right now. Find out.
Yeah, do they
Well, see,
dig?
you got also
Burrow?
babies. I mean, the babies might be a problem. All I can tell you is you got to figure out what they can't fit through.
Mm-hmm.
Now, technically, mice and rats can chew through metal, but you don't want to make it easy for them. I would say if they can fit through a 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch hardware cloth, which is what we use for our snake guard when we have to have something smaller for the predator apron, they sell 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch. Just make sure it's hot dip galvanized. I don't know if you'll find 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch PVC coated.
No.
I
I've
would
looked.
I would have to believe 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch they will not fit through, but we can do some research.
That looks like a pretty big animal. I
Yeah,
wouldn't go
think half
1/4
in-
inch.
Yeah, I think
on
1/2 inch
that.
by 1/2 inch. The hardware cloth instead of the
Maybe-
normal predator apron would probably work.
Yeah, I'm not chicken wire or
Maybe
1
double
inch.
layering the 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch hardware cloth.
Oh, that's a good
Ooh,
idea.
Yeah, we forget about that tip.
Yeah.
And
Thank
I
you,
also
Nan.
don't know if it's something that you would have to dig because I don't know if they're subterranean, terrestrial, whatever the word is.
Well, that's a very good point because the whole concept between the predator about the predator apron is they come to the run and then go down.
Right.
They might have tunnels that they're actually living in.
Right. That's why I don't know.
So where are martins? That's in Europe?
She's in Switzerland.
Well, she's in Switzerland, but I don't know if I think martins are.
We may have sold our first coop to Japan.
Wow, that's awesome.
I was like, I will go there for free and assemble it.
You're so-
I want to go to Japan so badly. I've heard just things about Japan, from how quiet they are in the subways to how clean everything is, to the sushi, which I guess is not like American sushi. Some friends of mine that were
sure it's
stationed
not.
in Japan, and they're like, Japan is awesome. So I so badly want to go there.
I love traveling.
Okay. What time is it?
103 already. We started early. 99. Get us over 100. Hit that thumbs up button. Share the show. I'm assuming everyone's watching us on YouTube. If you're not watching us on YouTube, let us know where you're watching from because
we can't see anymore.
Yeah, we got to figure that out. What is going on there? And if you have any questions, just let us know. Comments. Let us know where you're watching from. Make sure if you're not already subscribed, please subscribe. Vin Diesel. The Vin Diesel. Nan would go nuts. I think that's her favorite. Is it Vin Diesel?
He is.
See? Yeah.
So John Arthur
I don't
says
stand a
that
chance.
Kristen's ship estimate was actually very accurate for me. Actually arrived a few days earlier than estimated.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Did I talk about this on last week's show? I brought it up in the staff. God, why, Kristen? About this whole flat rate shipping.
No, we have talked about it.
Yeah. So if we're able to warehouse a bunch of coops on the West Coast, that will help us get to that flat rate shipping where I will feel better about the law of averages. I don't know. It is such a tough one. What do you do for flies in the run? I love that question. Oh, Mr. Fahey has a question. So we'll get back to that. I didn't see that up there. Flies. What type of flies? Because if they're soldier fly larvae,
Well,
flies,
I
that'd
have
be great, right?
noticed that there are flies when you have bare dirt. And if you have mulch or some sort of, which is essentially a deep litter kind of treatment, if you have enough organic material in there, and I don't mean certified organic, I just mean, tree or natural products in your run, it will reduce or eliminate the flies.
Yep,
the same principle for the hen house.
Right. So first question is going to be what kind of flies, and let's just say.
And
like,
then the exterminator goes into the.
Let's say house flies, okay? Because they're probably the most common fly. Musca domestica, if I remember correctly, and they're there because they're smelling a food source and a breeding source. It's that simple. So if they're smelling it, something's going on. So my advice would be cover it up.
Yep.
And I'm telling you that healthy straw has been a golden ticket to that problem. But I would say that's a Band-Aid. It's always about prevention. So maybe you got too many chickens in an area where it can't break down. Like Kristen was saying, if you have a substrate where the microbes just can't thrive, the ecology of all the organisms that need to do the job to break it down, maybe they just can't work or live, like if they're on sand or concrete. So it really depends on the circumstances, but I would say that just try to figure out why they're there. And they're there because they're smelling a food source. And they also, again, using houseflies, they need moisture. But if you can figure that out and prevent that part, but if you're looking for a Band-Aid and you are on some type of soil, that healthy straw is awesome.
Yeah, that would be a quick fix.
Bring in Mr. Fahey's question.
Yes,
Hi,
sir.
Bruce.
Wait a minute. Maybe we can go visit. You know what, Nan? If we're heading out to California, maybe we just do a tour of the West. No, Jetta's birthday's coming up. Crap.
Yeah, but you got time. It's mid-May. Her birthday's
You
June.
don't understand us when we get.
Yeah, I
no, her
know.
birthday's June 1st.
Right.
I think you said mid-June.
No,
Travel the West Coast for 2 weeks. We got to go down to Southern California, which I absolutely love San Diego. And we finish up in Seattle. What do you think of that, Nan? And we visit all
I think
these.
it sounds great.
Yes.
In about 2.5 weeks.
And we visit all the customers.
Well, that's what I want
We
to
go
do.
fishing with Fishin' Matt Ryan.
We need to go back to Davis
Wait, where-
Estates.
Where is Fishin' Matt Ryan? He's not here today.
He's in Southern California,
No,
right?
that's
He's
not
out
what I meant.
fishing.
I meant why is he not on the show?
Oh.
He can't always make
Mike-
it. He works.
Like Mike Trapp. He hasn't been here. Oh, he goes under a different name. I probably should be using the name.
Chinchilla.
All right, Mr. Fahey. Question. Will you be traveling while... I swear to God, I didn't read it.
I thought that's what you're talking about.
No. It just clicked that he is one especially I would love to
look
go
at
visit.
the chick under her wing. Oh.
It might make for the opportunity to do visits of a wide range of Carolina Coop builds. You're always welcome to visit the BD Coop. Okay. Yes. So I just reading the question.
Definitely get pictures and videos of Bruce's.
Yeah, Christopher, what are you doing for the next 2.5 weeks?
Well, you won't be here, so I can't film anything.
Oh, no. So we're mixing up some strategy. We're going to be filming more and more of the people here. I want people to see all the hard work that they're doing, all the stuff that goes behind the scenes. Did you see the video we did yesterday where I guess we had to have a coop done, wrapped, out the door by 2 o'clock? Mm-hmm. And I didn't have to say a word. I was maintenance man Matt yesterday. Oh, you never did publish that one video.
No.
I was a little frustrated.
I thought it was funny, but
Too much?
I don't know. I can post it.
Folks, do you think it's bad if we publish videos of just real life behind the scenes?
I like that.
I think I'm clear that I'm not exactly the nicest guy in the world. Right now, this is Video Chicken Live Matt. This is not real Matt, trust me. Now, North Carolina Matt does exist. New York Matt is up in New York, but yeah, I mean, we're not running a
yeah,
date.
you were maintenance man Matt, so of course you're going to
right.
be.
And notice what I was doing.
Were you wearing coveralls?
No, but I had to break out the glasses yesterday, which is very frustrating. I had to do a bunch of electric up in the ceiling. It's hot as hell up there, but I'm going to do what I got to do to get these guys what they need. It's just that simple. But I don't like when they use it as an excuse. But I'm like, all right, fine, because I know what I'm doing today. In a few choice words. All right. So, Mr. Fahey, yes, stay tuned. I'm not making any promises, but you know what? The more I keep thinking about this, maybe it's just what we have to do.
Right.
Okay. Whatever happened to the show Shuggy Bond Coop?
Were you ever going to do that? I don't know.
We've gotten pictures of a customer that did a Shuggy Bond.
Yeah, Jennifer, the respiratory therapist.
Oh, was that hers?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we met her in the lobby. That's
Right.
right. She came here. Oh, sorry, I didn't
have a
put
good
2 and 2
memory.
together there.
Speaking
and
of...
then Ingrid's ladders.
Hold on. Speaking
Shuggy
of that, what is going on with the road crew getting pictures ultimately to you for the website? Is that happening? What's going on with that?
There is a drive.
Does Ingrid, do you know about the drive?
Yeah.
Yes, I know that.
Yeah. There's a folder in the drive, and all of their pictures go into it, and everyone has access to it.
Do you know about this?
The 2024 road crew.
Has
Yes.
anyone here shared that information
Yes.
with you?
Christopher
good.
has.
So please, if you haven't already, I know you're a busy woman. I totally get it. I love everything you do on the website. I just don't like when I have been going on the website recently. I know you should get a picture of that. That's hilarious. You guys are missing this. There's so many coops we don't have pictures of. Like to show Shuggy Bond to the. Oh, hold on. That's slow-mo photo. Oh, she's gonna get mad. That is so funny. So what's happening is, you guys can't see it on the show right now, but work it, smile, pretty. Oh, no. Oh, we got it. We'll show that later. There's just so much we haven't gotten up on the website visually, but there's been a lot of information, which I'm thankful for. So we need to do that.
I did put the acre coop on the homepage.
Good.
Matthew.
Yeah, if we have some local coops, I could go out and take some high quality pictures.
Oh, we got the one in Apex coming up, and I need more of me. I have to be there for that one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, crap. And then we got that one down in the Panhandle of Florida. Big Instagrammer.
I know it's close to that.
My ducks slide between the rungs on their duck ramp and crash into the rungs. I think I need to sand them. So is this the one down in Florida?
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's a ramp, not a ladder. Because there's a duck ramp.
Mm-hmm.
So that doesn't happen, not a ladder. So we need to make sure. She had to get the right thing. She has a duck house.
She's saying ramp.
I know, but
Then she said rungs.
rungs. So can we
Okay, yeah.
make sure. We should have pictures of her work. I mean, Ethan was just there.
I got pictures of our ducks, and they're so beautiful. And she invited me to come visit, so I might go visit there.
I'm trying to find recent questions where
Take off the comment screen and you see the like button. Alex, thank you so much. So guys, hit that thumbs up. If you don't see the thumbs up, take off, I guess just kind of minimize the comments, and you'll see where you can hit that like button, that thumbs up button. That does so much to help to grow the show. And it's amazing that we still get quite a bit of audience. I was watching a Ecamm live tutorial video the other day. So I got to be a viewer for the first time. And it was fascinating because I was commenting, and sure enough, they're oh, Matt the Voice again with this question. And of course, they're always like, "Wow, that's a good question." I was like, "I've been using Ecamm for a little bit."
Look, Tim's here.
Hi, Tim.
What up, fam? Love the new videos and upgrades. Japan is amazing. You will love it. I can't wait.
You know who Tim is, right?
Yes, they're moving. They're nuts.
They're moving where? Upstate New York?
Sorry.
That's okay.
Yes.
Yeah, she talked about that.
Family's important.
Yeah,
Family's important.
She had talked about that earlier.
I envy anyone that has a close family. Well, we have a close family with the four of us, but my external family. So that would be, I guess, the only reason you would ever want to Western New York of all places. Like, ugh. But I'm happy for them. I'm happy that they're not scared to make moves, changes. Tim is just amazing at what he does. So Tim, how you doing? Hope all is going well. And good luck. And I thought they would have moved by now.
Yeah, she talked about it over a year ago, and then she didn't. And then his wife, Jessica, my friend that I introduced you to.
A Japan video would be so cool.
No, that is not true. I met.
You did meet her at Whole Foods, but you didn't have any memory of her, and I kept pushing her on you. And you're
until you told me who she was, and I was like, oh, well, of course we'll work with her. She was fantastic.
That's not how it happened.
How'd it happen?
It's just I like your retelling of the story. That's fine.
Not bad, huh?
Yeah.
Wait. Okay. I don't know.
That's fine. So Carson doesn't know what to do on Fridays if we're not going to be here, but you guys will be fine. There's other videos. You can go back to the early days.
Yeah. No. Listen. And here's the other thing.
Matt was less
Here's
ornery.
the other thing. VCL team, we crushed it on a Sunday morning show. I'm just gonna say.
What Sunday morning show?
Yeah, exactly.
You did with your phone.
I know.
That's what you're talking about, right?
All right. Well, you can do that. You can do it without me all you want.
No, it's not the same.
Well, you just said you crushed it on a Sunday morning.
So imagine if we come together as a team with this.
Mike says he likes Carolina Coops in real life videos.
Thank you. Yeah, because I want Christopher to do more of that. I want people to see, you know, yes, we got great coops. Thank you. Where I'm gonna keep walking around talking about chicken coops, this and that. But I tell you, I think the most entertaining part is a family-owned business, watching it grow. You know, I've learned that it's all about the people, all about the staff here. And what I really am working on now is getting the staff to work together like a well-oiled machine.
Mm-hmm.
That is not easy. No. Oh my gosh. But I've realized that's what it's all about.
I would like to do a little more focus on people and places. So I might hit the road.
Yeah, you did bring that up.
Yes,
you did bring that up.
Because we focus so much on the chicken coops. And I think the people, the places, the chickens could use some more focus. So I
especially the story. I always loved you always
yes.
asked our customers, who's the chicken person? How did you get into it? And it's fascinating, some of the stories we're given. Mm-hmm. Also, we have been talking a lot, and we brought this up, and it hasn't happened, doing videos on the reluctant spouse, which actually there was a comment in the very, very beginning of the show. Someone said, I have a reluctant spouse, and we didn't talk about it. I wanted to talk about that. But I would love to do a video of the reluctant spouse and how we're going to help fix that. Also, this Coop it or Cluck it, the whole fix my coop. We got one here locally, and here's the problem. Honestly, by the time we make it what I would expect a coop to be, it's not worth it. You're better off just buying a new chicken coop. And that's what happened in our first Coop it or Cluck it experiment.
Well, they had some structural issues. Like the walls were leaning out. You know, like there's when you get into, and they had mice in the walls, and
maybe you have to find one
just a few cleanups.
Yeah, so that one was a little, I mean, it was too bad because it was fairly new, but it was just constructed so poorly.
Maybe you have to vet out one that you could actually fix up.
So that's what I want to do.
Maybe like a quarterly Coop it or fix it or Cluck it or whatever it is, and just have the entertainment of coming in with like a wrecking ball to knock it down or a bulldozer, and then ta-da, here's your new Carolina Coop.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm getting some great pictures here.
There's so many people who love watching people break stuff.
That is very true.
So,
and there's even rage rooms now where you can go and break stuff.
Yeah. So I want to see if we can get a bunch of people to submit
so many things
to Carolina Coops if they would entertain figuring out a way for Carolina Coops to come out and fix their coop. But here's what I realized is I think the problem is the coop. What I would love to do is maybe the problem with their coop. Just like snakes getting in. Okay, let's just focus on keeping the snakes out instead of just trying to fix the entire coop. You know what I mean?
So tackle one problem.
Exactly. So if we have, if people want to submit the videos and on camera, do a walk around, explain to us, whatever you got to explain to us. And I would love, like what I was saying, we do it once a quarter or just do a series of, one a month. I don't know.
It'd be very easy to find these people.
Oh, yeah.
How?
Well, you just go on Facebook groups. Hey, we're doing this YouTube thing. If you have a problem with your coop, send us video.
And then I bet
we pick somebody, like you said, with a personality.
Yes, because I definitely want them to be on camera. Mm-hmm. I want them so people hear it from their words, the problems they're having, not that I'm just making this stuff up. Yeah, so I mean that's all really important. I mean, honestly, that's what I've learned about reality shows, like Tanked, for example. And I love that show. We've been out there to Vegas to visit them. I had no idea. I thought their customers that they show that they make tanks for come to them. No. The production company actually reaches out to these famous people saying, hey, would you entertain pretending you were going to get a tank from Tanked and be on the show? It's completely backwards.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh, that's what we got to do. Question, 4x4 base is square to fence, but fence is not square, but base is level. Okay.
Sounds like an SAT question.
If I square base, it will look aesthetically unpleasant to the eye. Okay, I love this. I'm loving where this is going. Will I be okay to build out base out of square? Whew.
Yes and no.
Well, how do you even understand the question? 4x4 base. It's 4 foot by 4 foot, or they're using 4x4s for the base. So let's say it's a 4 foot by 4 foot base is square.
I have an idea.
What does square to the fence mean?
I'm just gonna go with answering the question.
Can you? We don't know what the question is yet. How can
Parallel
you answer?
to the fence.
But he
Parallel,
asks,
but
This
hold on.
But you can answer the question without understanding the entire.
Really?
Situation.
What are we into politics now?
Will it be okay to build out the base out of square? So if it's one of our coops, your base should be square. However, I have seen people with our coops build out an extension for a little like garden or something in front of the coop, so you can make a larger base to put the coop on. And I've seen that I've seen them like with little planters and stuff, or you know what I'm saying? So the coop itself should be on a level base, but that base doesn't necessarily have to be just the size of the chicken coop.
I am so lost, so confused. I guess because
Maybe
I still
they don't speak English or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that might be it. I mean, listen. So square to the fence. Square to the fence would mean that it's perpendicular, not parallel. To me, that's square. Square is square. Okay. And I know a lot of people, when we put in bases, I will ask them what you want us to reference to for being parallel, especially when you pick up on that they're very particular about everything. And I feel bad. I don't understand the question enough to really answer it, and I hope what Kristen said made sense.
So Backyard Shed Treasures, and she says, I would love to share my coop with everybody. I've tagged Carolina Coops in my posts and reels, and she does. Thank you.
Yes.
She does all the time. Beautiful. She got the Northern Lights. It's amazing.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah, she had the Northern Lights over her coop.
What?
It's beautiful.
I suck on social media.
Yeah, so I wanted to give her props. Thank you.
Well, yeah, I would love to
She's
see
wonderful.
that. Yes, and I wanted to do a contest for all the Carolina Coops customers, a photo contest. We talked about all that. There's so much we don't do that we really should. Just a thought I'd mention, I've had my African dwarf goats fit through the stock standard size American Coop door. Absolutely.
To the hen house.
To the hen house. They are troublemakers, just in case anyone is concerned about size. Oh, yeah. No, yeah, that is true. And
So they go up the ladder and into the hen house?
I would see how they would like to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But
goats love chicken feed for one.
Yeah.
Goats love to climb. Most goat houses, if not all goat houses that I have seen, especially here in the States, are all on the ground. That's not what goats want. So we have addressed this where if people have goats, we make it so they can't get in the run in the first place by raising that door. And
yeah, so I would try that, raising the chicken door on the run.
Yes, thank
you. So then they can't get in. And that has worked.
Please do a West Coast tour. Love live videos of your coops are the best. Need more.
Maybe, you know what, Nan, if you're still listening, maybe Jed will give us a pass on her birthday again being missed in New York.
She will not.
She loves California. That girl, she loves California so much it scares me sometimes. And especially she loves Vegas a lot.
No, I did see someone ask for my name. If I do a chicken, maybe we can combine tours. Maybe we'll do different tours. But if you guys want to follow me, look for Friends of Hens.
Friends of Hens.
On social media.
So you and I have not discussed any of this yet.
That's how we met. I was doing Friends of Hens. Mm-hmm. So if I do chicken content, I'm going to put it up there. I don't really want to do it under my own name.
Well, I don't blame you.
Yeah, so I'm going to be doing it under Friends of Hens and collaborating with Carolina Coops.
You are. Where was I for that meeting? Where was I for that meeting?
She said we're appropriate.
I've had Friends of Hens since 2010.
I understand. So that's something.
That's how we got started.
That is something we definitely.
Chicken advocacy.
That is something I have told you that we need to talk about, and I would like to talk about. I definitely think there's some possibility there. Do I have to say anything else?
No.
Okay.
Rudy,
are you all right, Ingrid? You're over there dying. Are you allergic to chicken
No,
poop?
I sneezed. So Rudy says the website gets more awesome all the time. Great job. Thank you.
Yes.
I mean, I'm trying, but I just appreciate the compliment.
Yes, and you deserve it, because here's the thing. I'm not a website designer, let alone understand SEO, but I can definitely appreciate there's probably the art to website building, because it's not like you have free range to do whatever you want. Like you have to play by certain parameters. You got other widgets you got to bring in. They all got to communicate with each other. So I don't know how.
Yeah, and the only reason why I don't get pictures on right away is because they have to be sized properly, and they also have to be named. So I can't just take a picture that says image _ 2742 because nobody it for SEO the images need to be named what they are, and that it just is time consuming. So I have to spend a whole day just making images and renaming them and resizing them for different things.
And finding out exactly what they are, what color roofing. Sometimes
So let me
that's
ask you.
not obvious.
So let me ask you a question: is it better for you to do the resizing or have Christopher do the resizing?
No, it is for me because different parts of the website have different parameters of resizing. So it's why when you look at things and it's 3 pictures in a row, they're not all different sizes. They're all on the same plane.
Yeah.
That's because they all have to be a certain size, and I have to figure out what that size is for whichever website it is and whichever thing I'm doing.
Yeah, that makes a difference.
Scuttles 86. Any plans to partner with financing or payment options companies like
Affirm?
I don't know who Affirm is, but I can tell you we've done this.
We tried Pay Tomorrow, but it really wasn't good for our customers.
Right. And we had a lot of internal fighting because apparently it's
because that's can you pass me the water and that little lid? I want to give them some water. It's okay. It's for chickens.
Well, okay.
And that little lid.
There are some horrible companies out there. It's what you would call predatory. You all right?
Yeah, I just banged my
It's
knee.
what you would call predatory lending, right?
Here we go.
And we've tried it. And Pay Tomorrow, they sounded all great up front. Hold on, please. Up front. And we're like, okay, this is great. And you get working with them people. They are like vampires. And they're offering financing to customers at 200% interest rate. Now, I said, listen, if that's what the customer wants to do, who are we to say? But what I didn't like is a lot of times it misrepresented us as a company, and I don't want to do business with people that misrepresent what we stand for. So we made a decision to get rid of them. Now, I've never heard of Affirm. Have you guys?
I haven't actually, no.
Ingrid?
I've heard of the name, but I don't know anything about it.
So make a note of that because right there, boom.
I've heard of them and seen them on some of the websites that I shop on, but I've never used them.
So here's what I can tell you, Scuttles 86. We have done it, and there's always plans to do whatever we can to make it so people can afford the chicken coops. I get it. They're not cheap, but there's no such thing as a cheap coop, and we're all about showing you the value, especially now introducing this acre. We just made these coops even better, and I'm doing everything I can to hopefully not have to raise prices because of acre. If anything, it'll save time, and that'll hopefully be passed along to you guys. But that's still in the process. It's going well, I think. I don't know if we have any customers that have put their coop together yet that has acre. There's even more changes coming out about no more nails. Everything's going to be screwed.
We do offer PayPal, or we accept PayPal financing.
Oh, that is true. And we do layaway.
Yeah.
Yep.
We've always done a regular layaway plan where people just make payments, and when it's paid off, we ship it out.
Tim Griffith, first show fixing a coop. Ingrid gets a new roof.
No, that's a great one. Put it in the schedule. Yeah. And that we could do that and tour her garden too.
Yeah, it's starting to look good. Some of it, not all.
Wait,
of
homesteading at home. That's your. Is that Sean?
It looks like my house. He said, I don't think Ingrid was going to get a new roof.
You will. Here's all it takes. Not relying on me, relying on everyone else. That's when things get done here now.
Well, you were going to have back in the day. You were going to have Sean Summers do it, and you said no, he can't do it.
He can't.
You had him or Chad were going to come do it.
Both of them together, absolutely.
All right.
Listen, Carrie, if you're listening, just make a work order for the road crew to go to Ingrid's coop and put a new roof on. Thank you.
You can't though. Don't you need don't you have to change the rafters?
Brilliant. That's brilliant. I like what you're doing. Excellent job.
No, don't you have to change the structure of it?
Oh, good poker face. Nice.
Are all the purlins the
You
same?
said I can't.
I say we cluck it.
It's excellent. A whole new coop. Ooh, with the acre.
Bring the crane.
You would absolutely have to with your property.
Yeah, good luck getting in there. I can barely get in there.
Do you want to do that?
I barely can get in.
Do you want to do a whole new coop? We swap your coop out. You get the new acre. Huh? Ingrid's speechless right now. She's thinking about it.
I'm thinking of how you guys are going to get in there.
A crane.
You can't go from above.
Why?
Because there's all the netting and stuff.
The net can be removed temporarily.
And then you have to redo. Would have to buy a new net.
Not necessary. Did you hog ring it or zip tie?
Zip tie.
Oh, you cut the zip ties.
You haven't been there in a while. It's a little.
Because, Ingrid, every time we're in your neck of the woods, just so you know, whether we're on a work trip or I'm with my family, I'm like,
let's stop by and see Ingrid.
All the time. But then it's like 9 o'clock at night. I'm like, she'll be pissed at me.
Why would you want to come like creeping at my house at dark?
Only I do that.
Have you met
unless you're carrying a chicken, it's not advised.
You guys can stop by my house.
It's always the worst timing when we're in your neck of the woods. I'm like, I would love to stop by and just see Ingrid. Question clarification. All right, here we go. Love it. Thank you so much. Footprint of base is 6 by 15 made of 4 by 4. See?
Okay.
See? Thank you. PT, pressure treated.
Great.
Oh, hold on. Before I go any further about pressure treated, this is interesting. Someone made a comment that I don't know. And the worst part is, I would think this isn't true, but I can see how it can be. And that is, if you paint your pressure treated lumber, it null and voids the warranty.
What?
Someone said that, and I was like, that can't be true.
Did you verify?
No, I keep forgetting. I literally...
That just doesn't even make sense.
It kind of does. It actually does because of paint. Stain allows the wood to breathe. The problem with paint, especially cheap paint...
I didn't realize you're making a,
specifics,
very
use
specific
of words.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Usually, sometimes they're interchangeable.
Paint is like wearing a latex glove all day and all that moisture, all that sweat in the inside. You finally take it off, your hand's all pruny and wet. That's kind of what paint does. But a good paint will have a really good bond. But stain allows it to breathe. And that's why I like
I love stain. Yeah, stain is so much better.
So do you want to get back to the clarification here?
Well, so remind me to call. I want to call that company. I would love to learn from an expert about what it is about pressure-treated lumber, because I think there's a lot of bad information. I think there's a lot of things that would be great to learn so that we make the best choices for pressure-treated, especially for raised garden beds. Now, there are glass-infused wood that is supposed to be food safe, and it's even better than pressure treated, but it's really, really expensive. But anyways, fence will be parallel to base, but my base is out of square. Sorry for confusing question. No worries. No, but I'm thankful for this because I don't want to assume anything. So, but back to the original question. Okay, so a 6x15 base made out of 4x4 PT, perpendicular to the fence. Fence will be parallel to the base. But my base is out of square. Well, you got to have your square. You got to have your base square.
And I think when the coop is there, it's not going to be as obvious as you think, because your eye is going to be drawn to the coop.
That's true.
It's going to be drawn up, and there's going to be so much to look at between the chickens and the coop that it may become less of an issue.
I'm assuming this person's building their own coop because a 6x15 is kind of an odd number. Is there a custom order I don't know about? Okay.
Not that I know of.
If you build, I would make your base square. Like, why would the base be out of square?
It'll be harder to build your coop if it's not square.
Oh,
so
God, yeah.
Definitely make your coop square.
Well,
you could use planters or landscaping to disguise whatever you think is going to be visually.
Hold on. If your base is out of square and you're building a custom coop on your base, your coop's going to be out of square.
Yeah, and that's going to be terrible.
Can't
Don't do
you
that.
spare a square?
Seinfeld. That shows our age. Kids don't even know what Seinfeld is these days, but I don't think kids are watching.
Wait, what does that say? Hold on.
What?
Your thing. Go down.
This one, a firm only has 1.15 out of 5 stars with the Better Business Bureau based on 800 reviews.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not good.
And that's my house.
Yes. Love it. What you do is amazing. We should go there and shoot another video because what I love about what Ingrid does is it's what is possible. She shows how it's possible, even working for Carolina Coops. And I do believe that's the future. And it's what we should do. And I think by someone that's doing it like Ingrid is right now, when it's cool, but it's not cool yet. You know what I mean? Like, it's still, I think, so new that you must get so much harassment from your neighbors, especially in North Raleigh.
Not as much as you would think.
That's
most people like what we're doing. Young people certainly. Anyone who's from another country always comments.
Why? What's that mean?
Because in Europe, in other countries, it's not uncommon for people to have a garden in the front and to just have an edible landscape. The green lawn concept is very American. It's not that, having the pristine green lawn, that's a very American concept. And it's a monoculture. So what I'm doing,
I don't know what monoculture means.
It's just one type of thing.
Vegetation, like
and it doesn't right.
Oh, culture as in the culture of the land, not culture as in like
right.
Okay.
So what I have is biodiversity, and that's much better for the environment, and that's why I have all sorts of animals and bugs and stuff on my property.
And you need that. That's what drives me nuts. There's so many times I think we get it so wrong. And here's the thing, like to Ingrid's point that I'm a believer in, and I've used this as a tactic in business. Anything that happens in Europe happens here. It's almost like if you want to know what the next big thing that's going to happen, just watch The Simpsons. All you got to do, thank you, watch what happens in Europe. It ends up coming here. Even fashion.
That's where America came from.
What do you mean?
Our country.
No, okay. I don't know. All right. So, but we should do that. Someone else said, we'd love a tour of Ingrid's house because it is absolutely incredible.
Let's take the drone out there too. They need some new drone shots.
Yeah, last year we got someone who did this great drone footage of it was peak season too for us, and we just traded produce for drone footage.
Also, on a personal note, Ingrid and I have a class with the Master Gardener program on Monday.
Well, we don't know if we're even going to get in. So
that doesn't mean that we're in. 200 applicants. They're going to take 40.
Barry Brown, build or buy, ? Was going to build until I priced the materials and time, and the Our Coop made sense to buy.
Oh, it does.
Thank you. That I'm trying to get that message out there because, yes, I'm here to be in business. I believe in what we're doing, and that's what I'm trying to do is show that value to people. And I know there's even people that say, well, I really want the excitement of building a coop. Assembling, I think, is a lot more than people realize. But, yes.
It's doable.
Thank you so much for that. There was another Yes, that's it right there. Matthew Buck.
Go ahead.
I'm interested in ordering a Cali coop made out of Western red cedar. So I think this came across my desk.
Well, I think it was last week.
Yeah,
someone also asked about it.
Someone brought up. Oh, no. Redwood. Was it last week we talked about redwood?
It was on the show.
Okay, so
I don't know if it's the same person.
Well, redwood and Western red cedar is completely different. What color?
Oh yeah, that's right.
And metal redwood hardware color looks good with Western red in your experience? Okay, if I may, because why not?
I know what you're going to say.
Well, how well do you guys know me? Make me proud.
It just reminds me of the coop you did with the avocado tree that was in there that had that. Like the rustic roof, right? That was
the corrugated.
Yeah.
The Corton.
Right.
That was Eastern Red.
Oh, that was Eastern Red.
So
but you were out west.
Somebody
so I can see the confusion.
Yeah, how we got that smuggled into California.
Cool.
Oh my gosh, that sucks. What you got in the trailer, sir? Nothing.
That's what I was thinking anyway.
So can someone please go out to the shop? Today's a non-production day. Find me a piece of Western red. Speaking of Western red, did you guys see the video? It's not published of another beautiful human pre-hung chicken coop Dutch store. We got to come up with a really good name for it. Did you guys see that video? Is that not public?
No, there's a short on
I
Instagram.
saw the short. It was beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
Nicely done, Christopher.
Yeah,
that was Western red.
That was Western red. So if someone could go out to the shop, grab me a piece of Western red. Grab me some roofing color samples. Grab me a zinc T-hinge and a black T-hinge. Can we do that? Let's answer this question with some great show and tell.
Visual aids.
Yes, because I don't know the answer. And I would have to say, I can sit and think about it, but why not just have the materials brought in? So, Matthew, if you're still watching, hopefully you are, we're going to bring in a piece of actual Western red cedar, and we'll bring in some of the roofing samples, and we'll see what you guys think. We'll see what we think. And I can tell you, if I was to guess, I don't think you can go wrong with any of them. It's really going to come down to personal preference. All right, so we'll get back to that. What else we got cooking here?
Okay, I'm just going to...
Ingrid, will you need a permit for any changes? That's a legit question.
Oh my God. No, we got a variance, so we're not gonna.
This whole accessory structure stuff, especially in Raleigh, has been nuts.
Yeah, but we have a variance.
That would be a great show. Ingrid's new coop. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know anyone that would be willing to use their crane and we just plug it?
I don't know how you could like I don't know.
We've done it.
Have you?
Oh yeah.
You did it in Florida, right?
No, we did it.
I thought you moved the
You can
guy's
rent
coop
a
in
crane.
Florida.
You can rent one.
I know we can rent one. But because
I don't know anyone who
obviously
has
if we
one.
do this for Ingrid, I'm not going to charge her for it. Okay.
Yeah.
So now I'm trying to get creative. I need to get better at doing what people do to us. Like, hey, we'll promote your product if you get it to us for free. And it's like I just suck at thinking of that on our end. So if there's a company that wants us to plug their rental company for a crane,
Oh,
but
you're talking like an influencer
I
there.
know.
Woo,
Look at
nicely
me.
done.
I'm influencing.
Whoa.
All right. So no, listen. We did a crane years ago, and there's no brakes on the crane.
What?
Maybe you could use Jenny and Dave's crane from Fix It or Fabulous.
That was Charlene.
Yeah.
That wasn't a crane. That was a
Oh.
boom lift on a truck.
I'll see what
So
I know.
So listen. So we did this coop delivery of the old playhouse, right, with asphalt
Yeah.
sheet. This is how long ago it is, right? And we show up, and there's this cocky ass builder. I'm like, oh, here we go. And he's like, we don't need a crane. I can pick that coop up by myself. And I'm like, and it's on a flatbed, right? I'm like, go for it. Go ahead, right? He goes up, he goes, he's like, right? And I knew he wasn't going to be able to lift it up, especially at that point because I still had it screwed to the deck.
Oh, no.
So finally he's like, okay, let me break out the crane. So he breaks out the crane. I can tell he's shifting in and out of gear constantly. I'm like, what are you doing? He goes, I got no brakes. I'm like, oh, what's going to go wrong here? Then at the time, our English Bulldog Bruno decides to go onto the customer's in-ground pool cover because it was winter time. I'm like, oh my God, he's going to break it. He's going to fall through. He's going to die. I'm going to have a coop that's going to fall to the ground. And here's Mikey as a little baby. Non's got it. You know, God, it was just nuts back in the day. So it can absolutely be done.
I just took a quick run through the shop, and it's so clean. I don't see any cedar out there.
Can I go? I know right where it is. It's in customs. We have so much Western Red out there.
I went there.
I can get it.
Can you? Oh, yeah, you know where it
they
is.
don't-
Oh, boy, Christopher. More cowbell. Excellent. So 2 T-hinges. So zinc and black. And the roofing. What are you doing? Can you focus in class today?
I'm sorry. They're so
This
cute.
is-
They're
this is-
ridiculously cute.
I got the best picture. They were looking at the camera.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
And then give me roofing samples,
Yeah.
please. They don't have to be union. They can be just, they're all the same color at the end of the day. Thank you. What's going on,
no,
guys?
they're not.
For the most part.
No, they're not.
May 17th, 2024. Would love to see Ingrid's place. To the green lawn in the front was to show off wealth. I believe that. Because there's a lot of things through history people used to do that, like Tudor, to show off the framing. Voting yes for a new coop for Ingrid. Interesting. Okay, here's a question. Ooh, for Ingrid. This is our dear friend Francine. Ingrid, do you have space for a second coop? Keep the original one intact versus 101.
We do not.
Are you sure?
We don't because we don't. We have
What about
very
the second
little.
level?
We have very little flat area.
Second level?
Like a two.
That's
a
an interesting
two-story?
question, though.
I don't. I mean, it's not level.
I know you're right, but that's an interesting question. All right, so if you guys have any more questions, let me know, and it can be any question. What are you doing now? you were this person in class, aren't you?
No, I was a very good student. Name on the paper.
I didn't say you weren't
Yellow
a good
number
student,
2
but you were a
pencil?
very distracting student, weren't you?
Following all the rules.
So
Look at those
we are going to bring in a piece of Western Red. And here's the reason why, because I think people may not realize what Western Red looks like because of that word red. It's actually not red. It's very brown. Oh, oh God, I'm going to puke.
Yeah, her bowels should be pretty clean now. That one wasn't too bad. She must have got all her stink out
On
already.
that first one.
Actually, no, it is bad.
It's 1:45. We've been on the air for an hour now.
I know.
2 hours, I mean.
2 hours, technically.
Yes.
That is awesome. We got 80 thumbs up to 1 thumbs down. I'm sorry, that must have been an engineer. Again, I wasn't. What did they say that I am? categorizing engineers. What did they say?
Stereotyping.
What do we have under here?
I don't know. What is this? Oh, it's some old notes from old matches. The other thing is, I did want to talk about that. I'm going to be calling a customer later today who is reluctant about agreeing to switching over to Acre, which is fine. Which is fine. I totally get it. At the end of the day, we'll do whatever you want. And so we're going to call them because, oh, wait a minute.
Dead air.
No, it is dead air. I'm sorry. Hold on. I didn't read this until just now. And I wish this would
What, you didn't do your homework?
No, I wish people
You didn't do your show prep?
when they come and talk to me about these things, they put in the details because now this makes a lot more
Well,
sense.
I see the highlighting. That might have helped.
Yeah, that too. HDPE tends to be a well-studied and generally less associated to potential toxins than PVC. Yes, my chicken is very spoiled. So it comes down to, I've noticed, the last customer I talked to, it came down to that. And when you actually run the numbers and the math, if you're talking about less toxins, less plastic, that's a huge benefit to the acre right there. Not to mention all the other benefits it has over, from saving the trees to the glues to the delamination, just all the things. So this is going to be interesting. I'm going to be calling them later. But I do want to hear what people's thoughts are. Good, bad, and different, whatever. Because it's helping me realize what we got to do, especially on the website, especially with videos, getting the message out there about this change to Acre.
I love the Acre. I think it's going to be fantastic.
Thank you. What do you love about it?
I love it because it is I've seen over time, we've seen pictures, I've seen it in real life, how the plywood that we use, it is external plywood, but it does crack a little. It has imperfections. It does age.
It's organic material.
Yeah, it does age. And this material is going to look like it does from day one. I think it's going to be fantastic. They're using it in high-end construction and residential areas that have a lot of weathering, like on the coast. And they're using it there for a good reason, because it is a superior product.
Yes, and the other thing is that some people have said, well, Matt, you haven't been using it long enough. You're just starting to use it. That's not true. We used it in the floors of duck houses.
For 3 years.
Yes, in one of the most...
We have really tested it.
Yes.
So I'm very careful when I say it's a new product, because I correct myself,
Yeah,
or I
that's
don't
a good
say
point.
that anymore. It's new. It's a new rollout for us, but we've been using it for 3 years, and of course it's a top.
It's been phenomenal. It has been absolutely phenomenal. But I get it. And listen, it's important to listen to the customers because it's their perception, and it's our job to really help educate, send the message, and just
And I am absolutely in love with that stained product right there.
Well, you know why? It's just because of how well it looks stained.
I know it does. I absolutely love
There's
that.
just no imperfections in Acre, which is amazing. It's stable. It's green. It's
the color
last
being
forever.
so rich.
I like it inside the hen house too.
Yes.
And the look of that versus the white.
And it's not a layer thing. You get the whole interior wall out of Acre. You don't get plywood and then.
That's another good point, because in our older style coop, you're right. Because I always talk about eliminate layers.
Right.
But there is a layer because of that high density. I don't like that.
Right. So this is one seamless piece, and you get all the way
No, don't bite. I gotta know. Can you, without me asking, can you tell me what the hell that means?
I don't
Spam.
know.
Oh, that's spam?
It believe me, it's spam.
Well, what does it mean?
It's just
All right.
Alex. No, that's pretty.
Oh, thank you. Excellent choice. Because we got the rough cut.
All right, well, let's
What
find.
type of sawmill sawed this?
A bandsaw.
Very good. How do you
so
know?
here's
it
the
was
original question.
How do you know it was a bandsaw?
Because of the striations.
And what about the striations? But they're straight.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent job, Christopher. Now roofing. Roofing colors.
Oh, you need.
Thank you, sir. They can give that to you. Mackenzie probably has them right on her desk.
Is
All
it
right.
the little swatches? You're not
Yeah.
looking for actual pieces, right?
Yeah, no, I want the little swatches of roofing colors.
Okay.
Because this is legit. This is great. And I love this
All right,
question.
I'm going to take his question away so you can see what you're doing.
Yeah, so again, Matthew, it was Matthew, right? Yeah,
Yes.
Matthew Buck asks,
I'm interested in ordering a Cali Coop made
I'm
out of
interested in ordering a Cali Coop made out of Western red cedar, which I would absolutely love to do. We've done it. I would, actually, let me say something. I wouldn't, to be honest with you, but we will. And I would love, Matthew, hopefully you're still watching because we're about to do a lot for you. Tell me why. Tell me your reason why you'd be interested, like you're considering a entire coop made out of Western red cedar. And I'm also doing some assuming. I'm assuming you mean the framing, the siding. Thank you. This is perfect. Excellent. So these are the swatches that aren't actual real metal, but you get the right color from the old company, but they're all the same. And are you talking about just the siding? Are you talking about the framing, everything? Because I know a lot of people will want to have a coop made out of Western red cedar because they're thinking about the natural rot-resistant properties that cedar has, which is true. You got your cedars, your redwoods, your cypress. But here's the reason why I'm not in love with Western red cedar for the framing. It's very soft. And we need very dense wood for pocket hole joinery, like Doug fir. So here's a piece of Doug fir, very hard, very dense, very stable. Also, I have seen firsthand the natural rot-resistant properties in Doug fir. And not for nothing, a lot less expensive than Western red. This is softer. It can be done. We've done it. We've sent Western red coops overseas, if I remember correctly. The other thing is, because I know some people are going to be like, you can't use cedar on a chick coop. You absolutely can. The confusion is you don't want bedding out of an aromatic cedar. Okay, that's not going to be good for your chickens. The framing is perfectly fine. We've done them out of Western red. We've done them out of Eastern red. All right, so check out this side.
That's such a beautiful piece of wood.
I'd
like to take that
really
home.
is, yeah.
I can make something out of that.
This has been surfaced on this side, and then because we buy it rough cut and we mill it down to what we need. Here's rough cut. And here's the other thing too, not for nothing, if you guys care. Hopefully I'm not boring you guys, but let's take a look at this. Kristen, because I know you're so smart and you've learned so much over the years. If we take a look at the end grain of this piece, and this isn't a great example. Let me see if I can find another one.
I got a couple over here too.
Here's a much better example. If we take a look at this piece right here. Okay, we're going to take a look at that.
Mm-hmm.
And we take a look at this. And this is going to drive people nuts. I don't know if I can get it on camera.
Yeah, it's hard to see. No, I think it's just the darkness is hard to see.
Okay. Which tree, because this is wood, which tree grew slower?
This one.
Right. Because of how tight
a lot slower.
Yeah, think about that. Because we've all learned every ring is a year, right? And that goes to show you how slow it grew. A lot of it's because of light competition, maybe the species, food. I mean, a lot of things can be happening. And in the world of woodworking, with furniture, you want the tighter grain wood because it's a lot more stable and it's harder. But all the Western red doesn't come like that. So there's just that to keep in mind if you care about, I mean, my God, how old? There has to be 50 lines, 60 lines right here versus what we do today to keep up with demand, where these trees are not growing wild. They are farmed. They are grown specifically for demand, and they grow No? Ingrid's huffing. What,
no,
fill
I'm
me
not.
in.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm agreeing with you. I'm sniffing.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
You know, when I had my nose surgery, it's a blessing and a curse because now I can smell everything. It's great for some things, but now I can smell everything.
So one of the things I love about Doug fir
is it me or my chicken?
Is your chickens. Look, the Doug fir grows very, very fast, so it keeps up with demand. What a woodworker will argue is, well, that's not as good of a piece of wood because it's going to be softer. What happens is a wood that grew fast is going to be more flexible. And actually, I like the flexibility. A wood that grew slow is not going to be nearly as flexible. So there's times you may want that or not. So moving on. Hopefully that answers about if you're considering, and Matthew, hopefully you told us why you would like to have your entire coop made out of Western red. So moving on, as you can see, Western red, there's nothing red about it. I don't know why they even call it Western red. Any ideas? Smells amazing, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. It's subtle, but it's covering the.
Here's black. That looks good.
That looks
stench
damn
here.
good. Now, I guess I would ask. Okay.
Yeah, that's definite.
So we're obviously going to stain it, oil it, maybe let it go natural. Hold on.
So we can see both at the same time.
You don't think I'm getting there? All right, so here's the black.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And that is a really, I'm assuming if we're going to keep it rustic looking, maybe we're just going to oil it, maybe we're going to let it go natural. The black looks really good.
It really does.
And if we were to go to the zinc, all right, again, the chickens don't care. This is all preference. Some people may like that. I don't like it.
No, I think the black's
I
better.
don't got that earthy, cabiny feeling.
The contrast is just beautiful.
Yeah, it doesn't look as good.
Oh yeah, dude, that black is awesome.
Yeah.
Let me know what you guys think.
I think that's
Let me know what you
definitely-
think. And then when it comes to roofing color, I'm not going to go through them all, but I can tell you, here's one of the most populars. Here's Galvalume. All right, which if you're going black hardware, and people will do it. Again, it's personal preference. I don't like it. I feel like there's too much of a clash there. But it also might be some people don't care about the aesthetics. They care more about the function of it, where yes, Galvalume is going to have your highest TSR, total solar reflectance.
Even more than white.
Yep. And but again, with our coops especially, they're so big, so well ventilated, doesn't matter.
What
Here
about burnished slate.
we're gonna so there's black, there's there's Galvalume, there's black. This is what I would do. This is awesome.
You like the
What
black,
do you guys
black
think?
on black?
Black on black. We do this is the black package, or whatever. I can't remember what we call it, but
Blackout.
Blackout. Thank you. That looks really good. I wish I could cover this. Maybe I can just do this. Oh yeah, that's hot, right? Help me, work with me, people. Okay.
It is. It is. I'm just thinking about the one in High Point that is so beautiful. It's a little surprising, but they use black hardware and charcoal roof. And that one really is an amazing looking coop, and maybe
That was made out of cedar, right?
and I
red,
do
though.
like the
Eastern red.
blackout. I do like that one too.
Eastern red with reclaimed barn wood.
Right. So it has the
Right.
same kind of look to it.
So here's burnished slate, and that's a good. I'm not sure how it looks on your phones or your computers, but on our monitor, that actually looks very accurate.
Yeah.
Burnished slate, I would say, is probably our third most popular roofing color. I don't know. I'm not in love with it, but maybe you are. Let us know what you guys think. I love the black on black. Maybe a couple other
Yeah.
choices. You mentioned charcoal gray. Charcoal's here's charcoal. There's a dark gray. That's not bad. That
Yeah,
actually
because
looks.
it's on top, so it's it's not really touching.
Yeah, I think that
I know what
that
you're trying-
works because sometimes too matchy can be
That's right.
a little distracting.
Yeah, and I do have an eclectic taste. That's just me personally. So that video is coming out where we had a customer. There's dark gray, there's light gray, there's white.
Based on the sheen, yeah.
Oh boy, that's not horrible.
Yeah,
I think
like
that looks
it.
pretty good. What's another? Do you guys want to see a color? We got white, we got black, we got
Red.
cocoa brown is another. No, cocoa brown.
Yeah, I don't think
It-
that doesn't.
Brown
look right
doesn't
with
look
the-
good because
no.
it's too close.
Yeah.
Copper. What would copper look like?
Copper's
No.
Well, that's also kind of close to that, but I
Yeah.
don't. It depends what they're doing with the wood as well.
Red? How about red?
That's not bad.
That's very cabiny. That's like I'm
Yeah,
going off
I
to
would do
camp for the
maybe a
summer because my
darker
parents don't
red.
want me around.
Uh-huh.
Oh, green. This is another popular color. So the green roofing is going to be pixelated and it's going to move when it's on your coop. Yeah, it's a green screen. Sorry,
I know,
folks.
but
I
but
wasn't thinking.
don't use green.
Do you see? Is it flashing?
Yeah,
Yes, that
it's all
is
pixelated.
flashing.
Yeah.
That's what I see in real life.
Oh,
Everywhere.
Does anybody else see that? This is what
Everywhere?
everywhere.
No.
Faster and in color. See the pixelating? I see that in everything. And I feel so bad because I follow a lot of visual snow groups, and it doesn't happen until they're adults and they're suicidal. I've had it since I was in third grade, so I don't know any different. Ooh, maybe. This is a beige.
No.
Okay. And
No.
here's the lighter gray. This is also very popular. It's not bad.
no, that one's not bad.
Yeah, that's not bad either.
All right. So
I would say black or gray.
black on black. Black. So we definitely don't like zinc. If we were to go zinc hardware, if we did this, it's not horrible. It's kind of a
not- no, I mean,
modern
it's-
rustic with a black roof.
More industrial, maybe.
Is there more of an olive color for roofing?
No, we don't. We have evergreen and
That's you can't tell on the green screen.
we have evergreen and ivy green.
Yeah, and it keeps changing, and then
That's what we have, so it's not changing.
Ingrid's like, no, I'm not touching that website again.
No.
I am done.
But that's what we have, and that's what we're doing.
The color chart has been made.
Not changing it again.
So hopefully, Matt, you're still there. I hope that helped. I think that was a great question. That was fun.
Yeah.
We've never really done this before. Just kind of, and this is what we do, especially with custom coops, is we love that you get that the coop's going to be big. You get that it's going to be built well, and you get that it's going to be extremely functional for you and your chickens. Why not focus on aesthetics? Why not make it beautiful?
Why not? We have a question about acre again.
Oh,
let's do that.
please,
Let's
please,
just get
please.
into that as we wrap.
2:00. Have we ever gone to 2:00 before?
Yes.
Are you recommending to stain all of the acre on the inside of the hen house? Great question.
I don't think you have to,
You
but
don't.
I would.
You don't even have to stain it at all.
Just because it's going to look so nice. And I think it'd be pretty easy to do.
It's all going to come down to aesthetics,
Yeah.
if you will.
I think I would
But
leave
you don't
it.
have to.
I think I would leave it.
Just because I like that sample piece over there so much.
Oh, well.
But, yeah, you're right.
Hold on.
Then it might be too
Hold on.
dark inside.
Can it be too dark inside the hen house? So we talked about how
Yeah.
there's an advantage to having the egg hutch darker. Is
yeah,
it possible?
the acre is already, it comes in a beautiful mid-tone. A very neutral mid-tone. So I might retract my statement.
I would rather have that inside my hen house than the white that looks disgusting right now. So.
Oh, yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
It's a much more natural product, and
Yeah.
I tend to
Yeah,
really
yeah.
like the natural, especially in a chicken coop.
Robert says, I just got here. Boy, you have missed a show today, but obviously Ingrid will get it uploaded later. You can go back and watch it. Hopefully you're not an engineer. I apologize to the engineers. Again, I get it. I just got to figure out how to get an engineer to be successful. That's all I want to do. When will VCL return? I don't have an answer. There's a lot going on, guys, right now behind the scenes. All good things. Everyone's healthy. That's the most important thing. We are well into busy season. Things are going well out on the floor. I need to get away. I'm cutting the cord. I need to let you guys see if you can sink or swim. And this is really how you learn to work as a team when Matt's not around. And learn to make decisions. And I hope I've done a good job trying to share what you want to think of when making a decision. Because a lot of times you don't go with the easiest way.
To
So
be
lot
a
of times-
WMD?
What would Matt do? That's right. Sometimes the easiest path is what will kill you. A ship's not meant to be in the harbor. You know, just always think of these things. But it's going to be interesting. We're going to get away, but we'll be still working. And I think we're going to be traveling and closing out some things up north. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I can't see us being off the air, if you will, for more than a month, right? Or should we come back in August?
Yeah, who knows what's going to happen?
Yeah, I guess stay tuned.
Yeah, with you going to New York to close out some things, I'm stepping away from sales and day-to-day operations. So but we're still hoping to do VCL.
Yeah, because I can tell you, with the changes going on with you, that if you don't do VCL, I don't see us doing it. Right?
No. Without Kristen.
Yep, there's no way.
I mean, you can do it without me. You can't do it
No,
without
we cannot
Kristen.
do it
Yes,
without
you can.
Ingrid, we
Yes,
have
you
tried
can.
it. It has sucked.
Yeah,
We've
it is
tried
awkward.
Kristen,
It's just
sucked.
like me and Matt here.
But you
and
just
it's
need someone
like,
to move things along, that's all. And to,
No,
to-
no.
I try to move things around.
No,
too,
I
but
hope-
then you do more than that.
I hope with the changes coming up that it's going to be better than ever. And that
Hey,
it's
maybe we'll have time for show prep.
Yeah, right. But I can
that?
tell you, if you get into a situation you're not able to come here on Friday, but you can do it Sunday morning, we do VCL Sunday morning. Kidding. I will not do VCL without. I can't see it. There's just no way, and I'm sure everyone else out there will agree. So I feel like we'll still be able to figure out how you can do VCL, and hopefully the bulk sales, wholesales. There is some things I haven't told you, shared with you yet, that I hope might intrigue you a little.
All right.
It'll be fun.
Sounds good.
Did Ethan eat the cicada? We never got a cicada. I have no cicadas at my house.
Yeah, I don't really have them either. I've seen 3, but I don't hear them at night.
I don't
See,
either.
Robert Peasel says, excellent job, and I've grown to depend on you, Kristen.
Oh.
You and Kristen.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
See? You got to
Sorry.
read it right.
You're right. That's what I have you for.
This is a great community, and anytime we're not on the air, I miss it, and I miss you guys.
Yep, I look forward to it. I look forward to Friday seeing you because I don't get to see you guys every day, which I wish I did. But that's a different story. And you guys out there, you're the best. We wouldn't be where we are without you guys taking the time to listen to us, watch us, ask the questions that you ask.
Yeah. We have a great group of people.
Yeah. So I can't thank you enough. And when we do come back, hopefully continue to be better than ever. I do know if I do end up going out west and traveling, I always try to make the best of it. So I'm sure I will definitely be going live. And I don't know. I guess we'll see you when we see you, right?
Right.
All right, guys. Have a wonderful weekend.
All
Later.
right. Bye.